All right, Broncos country. Looks like we are live, but you guys know the drill by now. We got to let the stream breathe for just a second here and make sure that everything is nice and stable all across the YouTube platform. Also, let's go ahead and get our score bug ready to go here. Apologies for being a terrible host and not getting that done beforehand. Already got two people in the house. Let's go. Good to see you guys. Hope everybody is doing well as the Denver Broncos are set to take on the New Orleans Saints in their preseason finale. I am so excited for this one. We are going to see the starters, including Bo Nix, for about 8 to 10 plays on each side. So we have that to look forward to. Additionally, we've got a bunch of backup battles going on right now. I don't know if we're going to see Devon Vele after the Broncos traded him to the New Orleans Saints. We will find that out in due time, but man, we're already rocking and rolling. 17 people in the house. Let's go. We got Bobby in the house saying, I hope they go more than 8 plays today. We'll see. At the end of the day, it's all about mitigating injury, but at the same time, being ready to go for week 1. They've gotten some good work in a couple of joint practices, so we will definitely see if they are able to get some good work in this game. And trust me, if they don't look very good in the first couple of drives, Sean Payton's going to pull them. Sorry, guys, I am fighting through a bong rip. Bear with me here. Saying, let's go Broncos. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. I do apologize. We got Crumble Cookies in the house saying, what's good, Gage? Good to see you, Crumble. John in the house, one of our many YouTube members, saying, so ready for the season. I have a feeling this will be a special season. I think we're all excited, man. I think everybody's ready for the preseason to be over, and we're ready for some real football. Crumble says, ready for the preseason overreactions in this chat. Oh, it happens every single year, brother. Nothing new around here. Devin says, hopefully JK gets some carries today. I imagine that he will, but we will find out. Dylan says, what channel is the game going to be on? Locally in Denver, it's on channel 20, which is like the backup channel to 9 News. I'm getting it because I've got a pair of rabbit ears. So, yeah, I wish that they had put it like on a more accessible channel. We got Rich in the house. Good to see you, my friend, saying we need to see the offense spark and score. I agree. And trust me, if Sean doesn't see that in drive 1, he's going to put him out there for a second drive. I can guarantee you that. He wants a clean, crisp operation, no penalties, no negative plays. Just keep the ball ahead of the chains, move downfield, and hopefully you can punch it into the end zone. Even if they have to settle for 3 and they move the ball well and Bo Nix looks good out there and the run game looks good out there, I think Sean will say, all right, we've seen enough, and we'll go ahead and wrap you up for week 1. Rodney in the house saying, what's up, Brother Gage? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. D. Brown says, let's get it going. Indeed. We got Garen Mercer in the house. Good to see you. Says, your channel is cool. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Ryan Warren says, hopefully Bo Nix looks good today. Indeed. Rodney says, how many snaps will the starters play? I think it's going to be about 1 to 2 drives. Sean says 8 to 10 snaps, but I think he's going to play it by ear depending on how they look out there. Rodney says, I see Rattler and Shuck are playing. Indeed, the Saints have not settled their quarterback competition yet, so we will see both Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck. I got to be honest, it's probably one of the worst quarterback competitions I have ever seen, but one of them's going to emerge as the starter. We'll see which one plays relatively well today. Even against the backup defense, it's going to be a tough outing for these quarterbacks. Crumble says, it says available on NFL Network for me. I live out of the area. Well, right on. So out of the area, you can watch it on NFL Network, but here in the area, you got to watch it on Channel 20. And I know some people with certain cable networks don't have it. I had that problem last year, so I went ahead and grabbed an antenna so that way we didn't have any of those problems. Rodney says, hopefully our punter does awesome. I agree, definitely. Jeremy Crawshaw, he needs a big day. He looked better in the second preseason game, and I guess in practice he's looked really good since that tough outing against San Francisco. I've only seen one of the practices, and they didn't do punt in that practice since San Francisco, so I can't attest to that, but I do think that Jeremy Crawshaw is hopefully in line for a bigger day today. We'll find out, though. If he doesn't look better, we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to bring in another punter, but at the end of the day, you can only have so much patience for a punter. Rich A says, secondarily, we need 2s and 3s on the offensive line to step up. Absolutely. I think there's been some players out there who have struggled. Clay Webb, Joe Michalski. So if some of those guys can step up, Calvin Throckmorton's been a really nice surprise this year. I think he's played really well. And then Nick Gargiulo was playing awesome until he went down with that injury. So the Broncos do indeed need some guys to step up over there for sure. We got Maverick in the house saying, "What's up, people? Good to see you. Good to see you." Mark Pacho in the house saying, "What's up, Gage? Watching from Hawaii." Right on. What time is it in Hawaii? Like probably 7:30 in the morning or something like that, 7:45. I hope the first drive shows what we want to see this season for the Broncos. Indeed. CBS, I think that 9. I'm not sure what that means. What was your reaction of the Vele trade? I thought it was a good move for the Broncos. I didn't think that they were going to move Vele unless they got an offer that blew them away. And a 4th-round pick for a former 7th-round pick is definitely an offer that blows them away. You can fit a TV in your closet? Indeed, I can. I've got a little 32-inch TV on my desk right here, so it works out perfectly. Yeah, that sucks about Nick Gargiulo. It really, really does. Rumor has it Gage sits on a toilet in there. I'm on a bar stool, actually. So technically, this is Barstool Sports with Gage Madrid. Jeff in the house saying, "Hello from Florida, go Broncos." Right on. Good to see you, Jeff. Good to see you, Jeff. We are about 13 minutes away from kickoff. We've still got Mike Kliss and company from 9 News doing the pregame. So we are good to go, man. We are getting ready to rock and roll. 6:47 a.m. in Hawaii, man, you're committed. I got to get up that early for the London game, and that's not going to be fun. I can't imagine what that's going to be like for you. It is. It's a really big closet. That's why I turned it into my studio, because it's got good audio retention. There's plenty of space in here. I've got a desk in here. I've got my whole wall set up, so I think it works pretty well as like a temporary setup. Barstool Gage Madrid, that's right. Ghost Dance Radio says, "Let's go Broncos. Let's go Broncos." Indeed. Again, guys, we'll see the starters very briefly here in the first quarter, but I'm really excited to see how the running back rotation looks. Between really, it's going to be Audric Estime and probably Tyler Bidet for that final active roster spot. Blake Watson as well. So I think all 3 of those guys are in line for significant action today. Of course, we'll see Dobbins and Harvey to start off, but I think that we're going to really see a heavy dose of those players. It doesn't look like Jaleel McLaughlin's going to play today. Jaleel was out all of this week for practice because he had a baby, or his wife had a baby. He didn't have the baby, but he was out on paternity leave, and they probably didn't want to throw him out there without a whole week of practice, so he's not playing today. I still think he's making this team, but remember, Samaje Perine didn't play in the preseason finale last year. I thought he was going to probably make the team after that, and he ended up getting cut. So we'll see, man. I don't know if this means Jaleel's making the team or if they're just holding him out because he didn't practice this week. So we will see. On my way to camp at Monument Lake. Right on, Big T. Have fun out there. David says, "Broncos Maniacs, how we feeling? Love the shirt too, Gage. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it." We got Glenn Hauser, my co-host on the 5280 podcast, in the house saying, "GM Gage, keep kicking ass, my guy." Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully Harvey gets a few touches. I imagine he will to start off. Rodney says, "Congrats to Jaleel." Indeed, man. First child, that is always awesome. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions heading into this game. I don't know if we're going to see Devon Vele right after he was traded to the Saints. We might see him for a snap or two, but this isn't the same offense that the Saints have been running for all those years. This isn't the same offense we run in Denver for the last couple of years. This is a different offense in New Orleans. So he's got to learn the terminology. He's got to learn pretty much everything. So they might be able to throw him out there for a couple of plays. I remember when Demaryius Thomas was traded midweek from the Broncos to the Texans, he ended up getting in there for a couple of snaps, and literally the quarterback at the time, I'm not going to say who, but the quarterback at the time, he literally went over there and would whisper what route DT needed to run into his ear. Maverick says Vele is out. Okay, there we go. How do you feel about Greenlaw and Singleton playing? Greenlaw's in uniform, so we'll see if he actually goes. Singleton needs to get out there. He needs to get his feet wet, and so does Dre, but I'd much rather keep Dre out at this point. I think that I'd rather just keep Dre in bubble wrap for week 1. Alex I'd let go out there because I'm just going to be honest, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Alex went down. We've got Lavelle Bailey. We've got other guys, but we can't afford to have Dre go down. He cannot miss time. So if we keep him in bubble wrap and we don't see him out there until week 1 against Tennessee, I am perfectly fine with that. Jeff said, I heard the Broncos might be looking to trade Jaleel. Where did you hear that from? Just out of curiosity, because I have not, and that's not me hating or anything. I'm just curious where you heard that. Because in case I missed something, because I really didn't have time to check the news this morning. Woke up late. My cats were being assholes, so didn't really sleep like I wanted to this morning. I'm already kind of a night owl, so I get usually my best sleep at 7 o'clock in the morning, and if my cats wake me up at that point, then it's all over, man. I'm not going to sleep for shit the rest of the morning, and unfortunately, that's what happened, so I ended up sleeping for an extra hour, and that's why we didn't have a pregame show this morning, so gotta love cats, man. They're awesome creatures. I love them. They're my favorite animal, but they can be assholes, man. They really can. Especially when they want food. And the worst part is they had dry food in the bowl. They just didn't want that. Bo Nix rocking the arm sleeve again. He was rocking that in pregame warmups in the last game at home. I like that look. They didn't hustle me for treats. They hustled me for wet food. Man, I love kitties, man, but holy 21? Jesus! Oh my God. 10 of them are kittens? That's crazy, dude. My buddy's got, I want to say like 8 or 9 of them. They live in a big house and they have enough space for it. They're able to take care of it. But man, I have 3 we live in a 3-bedroom apartment and I have 3 cats and that's enough. So yeah, man, I could not imagine that many cats. That's crazy. The fan heard it somewhere? Okay. Gotcha. I will have to text somebody who I know within the fan and see what's going on there. 1 tabby, 1 Maine Coon. I want a Maine Coon. I really do. That would be absolutely cool. Or a Bengal kitty. I'd love a Bengal kitty. I had 4, but then found a stray male that I thought was fixed. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a problem, man. Yeah, that's one you'd much rather be safe than sorry and just not assume. Yeah, no, all 3 of ours are fixed. Yeah, cats are the best, man. They really are. When's Bo gonna rock the black visor on his helmet? That'd be sick. In order to wear the black visor in-game, you have to get a medical exemption. Only certain players are allowed to actually wear them in-game. But like for a training camp or even a pregame warm-up, I'd love to see Bo come out in a visor. That'd be sick. Rocking that Oakley. Hell yeah, dude. All right, it is 10:53. We are approximately 7 minutes from getting started here. We will go ahead and bring in the game audio. Other positions I'm really excited to watch are the linebacker position. We've got a really intense competition going on right now with undrafted linebackers, Karene Reed and Jordan Turner. They whittled down the undrafted linebackers by waiving J.B. Brown earlier in the week. So it's going to be between Reed and Turner. And I think Reed's been more consistent, but Turner's had more flash plays, both in training camp and the preseason. So I don't know what direction they're ultimately going to go. I do think one of the undrafted linebackers has a strong chance to make the 53-man roster. The question is which one. Hopefully one of them separates today. Rodney says Jonah Ellis. I'm excited to see. Absolutely. Ellis has been on a tear this entire preseason. I do question how much we're going to see of him just because of how well he's played. I know that the team is going to have him really in their plans this year. So I do wonder deep down if Ellis is only going to see a little bit of time and maybe he ends up getting pulled like in the second quarter or something like that. That's very possible because I think they want to keep him in bubble wrap for week 1. Just to let you guys know right off the bat, guys, I am running my internet through my mobile hotspot today. My internet was giving me some problems, so it's holding up well, but the connection will drop and I'll have to restart it. It only lasts for like 60 minutes at a time or something like that. So if I drop for like 45 seconds, don't worry about it. I will be coming right back, and it should be nice and strong throughout the entire stream, aside from that. My connection's stable through my mobile hotspot, but yeah, man, right now it's just I currently live in an apartment complex, and I use an Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspot because it's fast, it works, and it's only $10 a month. And sometimes it will glitch out on me and I have to use my mobile hotspot, but it's better than my last internet setup at my old apartment where I was using their mandated Wi-Fi that would drop, it would glitch, it was terrible. So this internet is still not the ideal setup, but currently balling on a budget, and it's $10 a month for comparatively stable internet. Maverick says he's excited to see Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin. Definitely. Franklin's a guy we might not see too much of because they want to keep him in bubble wrap for week 1. Maybe that first drive and then he's gone, but we'll see. Pat Bryant might play a little bit more into the second quarter. Cottonmouth, thank you so much for the $5. Really appreciate it. Do you feel sorry for the Chargers? Their first 3 games are Kansas City, Las Vegas, and Denver. That's tough, man. I've never seen 3 straight division games to open a season. I don't think the schedule makers were very nice to the Chargers with that one, so I do feel sorry for them a little bit, but not sorry. The Broncos might showcase Jaleel in this game. He's not playing today. All indications are Jaleel is not going to play, so I don't think they're going to move on from Jaleel. I think Sean likes Jaleel. He's one of Sean's guys, man. I don't think Sean's going to move on from one of his guys unless he gets blown away with an offer. I don't think you're going to get a 4th or a 5th for a running back of Jaleel's caliber. I don't think you're going to get a 4th or a 5th for many running backs at all, quite frankly. So I don't think Jaleel gets traded. I still think he's going to make this team. Seriously, I've never seen the schedule makers do someone dirty like that. That's crazy. Yeah, 4th and a 5th. Trust me, if someone offers it, I'd take it. And in fairness, I didn't think anybody was going to offer that much for Devon Vele either. So I could be dead ass wrong here. And maybe someone does offer that. And if they do, as much as I like Jaleel and as much Sean likes Jaleel, I know they'd take that deal in a heartbeat. I'm sure the 2 Chargers fans are distraught by this. I do know one of the 2 Chargers fans, and I could probably confirm he is. We do have a Chargers Syndicate, by the way, so go check that out if you guys are interested. If George gets a 5th for Audric Estime, I will cry tears of joy. I will cry grown man tears, like seriously. Hell, if he gets a 7th for Estime, I will be impressed. Like, Audric Estime is very clearly going to get cut. If there's some team out there that's stupid enough to trade for him, you know that George Payton would find him. We got D-Rock in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. One of the longtime supporters of Broncos Syndicate, and I believe our previous channel as well, Sparking Over Broncos. If you guys know, you know. That channel has now been rebranded into an all-NFL channel, breaking down like individual plays and doing little film studies and stuff like that. It is called Sparkin' Sports NFL. If you guys are interested in subscribing to that, I post clips on there pretty much every single game day. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and subscribe to that channel. Additionally, we might as well take care of some housekeeping stuff right now, guys. If you guys want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. You can do so by clicking the link in the description below. It's not mandatory, but if you want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping the channel grow and just helping me out in general, again, you can join by clicking the link in the description below. No, the game starts at 11 o'clock Mountain, noon New Orleans time, noon Central. One of my best friends is a Chargers fan, and I'm from LA, and Joe can tell him we don't want the Chargers here. That's funny. I mean, come on, dude. They don't belong in LA. They belong in San Diego. And Jim Harbaugh did take them back down to San Diego for training camp this year. That was really, really cool. Was there someone who owned this channel before me? No. So this channel is part of a network of other channels. I own a portion of this channel, and then the partner who I'm affiliated with, he owns a portion of this channel, but I'm the only creator who's posted content on this channel. I think he might have posted a couple of videos in lieu of me a couple of times, like when we were first starting, I couldn't make a video that day or something like that, but nope, it's been all me ever since that point. This channel is my baby. So yeah, we're all affiliated with a network, and it's kind of like a barber's chair essentially. Like my partner mentors me, he helps oversee the channel, he helps handle some of the business side and stuff like that, and then in exchange he gets a cut out of the channel essentially. Good to see you, Kim, by the way. George made 2 bad moves, Hackett and Russell Wilson, but those were huge disasters. Absolutely, absolutely. But I think ever since then, he's more than redeemed himself. He's shown that he has a good process as a GM. He thinks his moves through, and I think he's learned his lesson from those bad moves. So at the end of the day, man, I cannot complain at all about the job that George Paton's done since that point. Looks like Dre's going to go, man. He's hyping up the linebackers in full uniform. They dressed everybody last week, even the guys who weren't playing. So I don't know if Dre Greenlaw is or isn't going to go tonight, but the fact that he's in uniform is a really, really good sign. Yes, we do have quite a few Syndicate channels. The Lions channel is the flagship channel. The Steelers channel was the second one, but the original hosts of that channel have since left. It was kind of in hiatus for a while. It's since been revived, and then I came along third. We've had several come along since then. Colts, Dolphins, Chargers, etc. Eagles as well. So, yeah, we're rocking and rolling, man. We're building a network over there. All right, we are getting ready to go, guys. Let's bring in the audio. I believe I kept it around this level last time, and it worked well. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. Blake Groupie kicks off. Courtney Jackson will return it for Denver. Courtney can fly, trying to win that return job, and he stumbles and goes down to the 20-yard line. That crappy New Orleans turf got him. Here comes Bosef Chapman-Nix. Had a somewhat rough outing against the 49ers in his preseason debut. I thought that he played better than some media would indicate, but regardless, he's going to go out there today and try to have a better outing. He's looked good in the preseason games, looked good in training camp. Let's see what we got. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Denver's under center. R.J. Harvey is your starting running back. Adam Troutman in motion. They fake the toss to Harvey. Bo on the rollout. Dumps it off to Sutton, but it's broken up. Incomplete pass. Number 0 had the coverage there for New Orleans. So we're going to see the starters here for the first drive, possibly the second drive, depending on how things go. Not an ideal first down play right there. Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. It's going to be Harvey again in the backfield, along with Adam Prentice, the former Saint and former Bronco newly signed fullback. Troutman is also in there as a blocking tight end. They're going to give it to R.J. Harvey. Fighting for extra yardage, pushing the pile. And let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like he's going to get about 3 yards. So that's going to bring up a third down and about 7 yards here for Denver. Tyler Bidet now in at running back. Troy Franklin, Cortland Sutton split out to the left. Marvin Mims split out to the right. Evan Ingram is in a wing to the right. Bo working a hard count. Timeout. Play clock hit zeros. That's going to be a delay of game. No, it's not. Operational issues right out the gate. I don't know if the play call got in late. I don't know what happened there, but that was an operational issue. Bo wasn't watching the play clock, it seemed. Can't have that, man. That's the kind of kinks you have to work out in these preseason games. Not good. Superdome crowd making some noise here. 3rd down and 12, backed up to the 18-yard line. Marvin Mims goes in motion to the left. Nix takes the snap. Nix hangs in the pocket, fires underneath, and it's an inaccurate throw. Skipped it wide there underneath, and a quick first drive ending in a punt for the Denver Broncos. That's tough, man. Yep, 4 and out. Yeah, it looked like Sutton stopped on his route, and it looked like the timing was off. It looked like Sutton was not in the spot that Bo expected him to be in. So we already had a pre-snap operational penalty with the delay of game, and then we've got Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix not being on the same page. Not good. Not good at all. So we already know that the offense is going out there for another series. That's a guarantee. Not good at all, man.
All right, thanks, Steve. You can say Caesars Superdome is basically the stadium that Sean Payton and Drew Brees built 15 years ago.
I mean, they rebuilt it, certainly.
To these fans here in New Orleans. Now,
all right, let's see if the defense can look better than the offense did. It's going to be Spencer Rattler starting at quarterback for New Orleans.
He told us all about it, how special it was to work with it. He said the biggest thing that he took away was how...
Yeah, Bo's got to be aware of the play clock there, man. Spencer Rattler, meanwhile, comes out firing and completes on a little comeback route to Chris Olave. Gain a 12 tackle made by Talanoa Hufanga, and we've got a first down. No, we're not worried about Sean Payton's future, Daniel. Not even in the slightest. All right, 1st and 10 now for New Orleans from their own 40, from the Denver 39. Handoff, Kendre Miller, and he picks up 9. That first one, it looked like the timing was more off than anything else with Bo. That didn't look like a missed or the second throw. The first one was a Cortland Sutton drop. The second throw, where it looked like it was a missed throw, it looked like Sutton stopped on his route and Bo didn't want him to do that. That was missed timing between the two of them. It wasn't a good punt. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to it. It wasn't a good punt because now New Orleans, after this Kendre Miller run, another first down. That sets them up all the way up at the Denver 24. Garrett says, why does Bo look so uncomfortable this preseason? Getting the jitters out, man. If this continues into the regular season, that's when we should be concerned. I'd much rather this happen now than week 1 against Tennessee. No hang time. All right, I'll have to go back and rewatch the punt. It clearly wasn't good. I was distracted answering a question.
Quarterback Mason Tipton, the receiver, has had a fantastic preseason. Kendre Miller, we've seen him already get some big runs.
3rd-year player. 2nd down and 12. Chris Olave in a little orbit motion. Spencer Rattler from the gun. Pressure's coming. High throw, incomplete. Trying to dump it off to Miller. Miller would have been blasted right away anyway. 2nd down and 12.
Now the Broncos defense getting an opportunity at 3rd and long, something you practice all the time.
Or 3rd down and 12, excuse me. I need some caffeine, dude.
Zach Allen also trying to get his game tempo going. And lastly, George Turner had a good game last preseason game. He can do it again. So Tammy defending.
And we got our first bot of the day. Get out of here. 3rd down and 9.
In Denver territory.
Rattler from the gun. Fires broken up. Pat Surtain working on Brandon Cooks, the veteran receiver. In his 2nd stint with New Orleans, excellent coverage by PS2, and Denver's defense gets a stop. Not ideal field position to start off, but you test the best corner in the game, you're going to pay for it. Rattler's lucky it was just a PBU. Great play by Surtain. So 4th down and 9, and the Saints are going to try a long field goal here with Blake Grupe, who replaced Will Lutz as the Saints kicker. Lutz, of course, now here in Denver. Grupe booms that one. He's got a big leg, and Grupe nails it. What a big kick. They didn't show how many yards that was. But that was a big kick by Blake Grupe. Kim says, I'm kind of worried about Bo this season. And then Derek says, Sutton's done Bo no favors this season. I think both of those things can be true. Sutton's had a couple of bad drops, obviously had that play where he stopped on his route, so I would definitely agree with that. But Bo does look jittery out there. I'm not going to say that he doesn't look jittery. That delay of game penalty, that's on Bo, but that's also on Sean Payton. So you've got to work these jitters out, man. He's looked good in the practice situations. He's looked really, really, really good in the joint practices. Like the joint practice against Arizona was freaking awesome. He looked incredible in that practice. But in these game situations, it's a completely different speed. It's a completely different tempo. And you've got to be able to get those jitters out. Daniel, I love you, but Sean Payton 100% still knows how to call offensive plays. He's one of the top play callers, one of the top play designers in the NFL. His ability to mix up his personnel groupings, his ability to get guys open at different positions, it's top tier. A lot of people give Sean Payton crap because he doesn't use a lot of motion. Motion doesn't exactly equate to modern offensive success. There are plenty of teams that use a lot of motion, such as the Miami Dolphins, and their offense has been completely figured out by the NFL. So to say that Sean Payton doesn't know how to call plays is an egregious overstatement, in my opinion. Ew, 33-yard net punt. Okay. Darren Rizzi said they're not bringing in another punter, but as I've said, you can only be so patient. Ryan Stonehouse, a former All-Pro punter, is available on the free agent market right now. He just got cut by Miami, so that's potential competition right there. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. They need to play more than 2 drives. The first drive should not count for anything. They need to work out kinks in the preseason. Clearly, they aren't so ready. I agree. And I think Sean Payton might adjust his plans accordingly here, and he might keep him out there a little bit longer. The Bears had Caleb Williams out there for the entire first half last night. I understand you don't want to get your guys hurt, but you've got to play him, man. You've got to play him. 33-yard net punt. That's disgusting.
120 passer rating when his quarterback targeted him, and Troy Franklin, he was perfect. And by the way, the defense allowed exactly 0 runs.
Click off by Blake Groupie. Bringing it out is Tyler Bidet. Bidet gets a block. Tyler Bidet stays on his feet. Big return by Tyler Bidet. Finally caught from behind. Let's see where they spot it. Looked like they caught him at about the 48-yard line. Looks like that is where the ref is walking up to. What a return by Tyler Bidet. Let's go. I saw an excellent block from Devon Key in there, and Darren Rizzi, Broncos special teams coordinator, loves it. Rizzi, of course, was the Saints interim head coach last year. And Bo and the Broncos offense are going to have good field position for their second possession. It's going to be the 47-yard line to start off, and there is an RPO, a little RPO, little screen there. Set it to Franklin. He gains 3 out to the midfield stripe. This game is on Channel 20 locally here in Denver. KTDV, or KDTV. KDTV. Try saying that 10 times fast. So, yeah, we did see an RPO right there, which is really, really good. We know that Sean's going to predicate that in his offense this year. So, 2nd down and 7 from the midfield stripe. Condensed formation. Bo Nix with pressure in his face. Fires. Oh, nice catch. Bo did a better job handling the pressure there. Didn't panic. Was able to get it away at the last second to Adam Troutman. Not much of a gain, but that's an improvement in handling a free rusher in his face from last week. Carl Granderson, or actually that's Ugo Amadi who had the pressure there, and Carl Granderson with the tackle on Adam Troutman. Oh, my bad. Thank you.
3rd down and 5. Just into New Orleans territory.
There you go. 3rd down and 5, and they're going to run it with Bidet, and he's not going to get close. Are they going to go for it? Amadi made the tackle. That wasn't a bad play call. That was just bad execution. That was terrible run blocking up front. I would have called a run there if I was going to go for it on fourth, and it looks like Sean is going to go for it on fourth. Indeed. Yep, you call a run on a 3rd down and 5 knowing that you're going to go for it on 4th down regardless. And sure enough, Sean is. Trips right. Nix fires. Back shoulder. Sutton makes the catch. There we go. Bo and Sutton finally connect. A beautifully placed back shoulder fade. Good turnaround by Sutton to make the catch. 1st down Denver on a 4th down and 5. Good stuff, good stuff. That's the second 4th down and 5 that our starting offense has converted on in the preseason. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Cortland Sutton makes a big-time play right there. Help your quarterback out. 1st and 10 now from the New Orleans 34. 9:15 left in the quarter. Bo, good protection, comes underneath and it's dropped. Evan Ingram. Ingram had the big catch and run last week, tapping his chest saying that's on me. Bo put it right on him and Ingram could not hold on.
I will say, some of the front office execs told me, hey, Cynthia, can you give me the next gen stats and pull them for me?
2nd out of 10. Let's see if we see a run here.
Can you tell me which one that
It's
is?
been all R.J. Harvey in the backfield so far.
Do math for you, but it's a team in the NFC.
Yeah, 2 drops. Not great, Bob, as my friend Cecil Lammy would say. And Bo is going to drop back. He's going to come underneath, just dumps it down to R.J. Harvey, who's met immediately by a Saints tackler, and that's going to be a gain of a couple. 3rd down and 7 or 8. In the regular season, that would have been a punt. It would have at least been a go up there and try to draw him off sides, and then it would have been a punt. So 3rd down and 8 from the New Orleans 32.5. Trips right again. Now it looks like we have Dobbins in the backfield. He's in to protect. Nix in trouble, able to avoid the sack. It's actually Bidet in the backfield. Nix gets it to him. What an improv play by Bo Nix. And Tyler Bidet is down to the 15-yard line. So we saw Bo in that 49ers game try to make that little flip out of a sack to the running back. It was an inaccurate throw last time. This time it was a perfect throw. His ability to get out of the sack right there was incredible. And that second act improv play just flips it right there to Tyler Bidet. 1st down Denver. Love it, man. What a play by Bo Nix. That's what we want to see. He's elusive. He can get himself out of trouble. 1st and 10. Nix floating it upstairs for Sutton. Incomplete. Sutton was well covered on that play. When Bo sees press coverage on Cortland Sutton, he's just going to float it up to him. He's going to give his guy a chance. Much better outing from Bo in this game. Started off a little shaky, but he's getting comfortable, making some good throws out there. He's being confident. He's being pretty accurate for the most part. 2nd out and 10. Under center now for Bo. Evan Ingram in line to the left. They're going to toss it to Harvey. McGlinchey leads the way along with Miners, and that is not going to net anything. Got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. And unfortunately, another 3rd and long. All things considered says, I swear we live in 3rd and long. It's Broncos country residents. Yep, definitely in this one for sure. Our tackles and guards need to push the D-line forward. Yep, so far, looks like you're kind of losing up front. 3rd down and 10. Haven't been able to generate much in the run game so far. Nix trying to set up a screen and trying to spin away from it. It's blown up. Tyler Bidet. Initial guy who was there was Demario Davis, but after that, 28 for New Orleans got there and met Tyler Bidet. So far, it's been R.J. Harvey and Tyler Bidet in the backfield, and Denver's going to kick a field goal with Will Lutz. Lutz back in New Orleans. Spent a long time as the Saints kicker. I don't know if I like that screen call there on third down. I get it, but that would have been a good opportunity for a drop back. Lutz is good. And Denver able to knot it up. We'll see if the offense gets another drive here with the starters. But good job there being able to move the ball. Really nice job by Bo Nix being able to get out of that sack and being able to get it to Tyler Bidet for that big play. Then good throw on the back shoulder fade on 4th down and 5 to Cortland Sutton. So definitely some good stuff there on that second drive for Bo Nix. I wish he would have gotten another drop back opportunity there on 3rd down, but it is what it is. Sean calls a screen. Maybe we'll see Bo out there for one more drive. If not, I think you saw enough improvement there on that second drive that you feel a little bit better for sure. Run game, I still have some issues, man. Didn't get much penetration up front. Looked like R.J. Harvey didn't have many places to run there, so we'll have to go back and watch it on tape, but didn't really like much out of the run game on that second drive, but Bo Nix definitely looked a lot better, and that's the most important thing, quite frankly. Yes, much, much better on that second drive than the first drive. More caffeine. So got our next drive coming up here for starting defense. They did not have ideal field position on their first drive because of a really bad punt by Jeremy Crawshaw. So they'll have better field position this time and see if they can maybe get a 3 and out and maybe see if we can hold them to no points as opposed to a field goal. Crumble says, why are we running a screen on 3rd down and 10 in the red zone? I agree. I don't like that call. I definitely don't like that call at all. Still a bit rusty, kind of expected. Let's hope they look sharper to start next week. They've got 2 weeks to prepare, and again, you want them to work out these kinks now in the preseason as opposed to week 1 against Tennessee. 2 of his 3 incompletions aren't really his fault because of drops, absolutely. And then the last one, Cortland Sutton looked like he stopped on his route, and he wasn't where Bo was expecting him to be. So I don't know if that was on Bo or if that was on Sutton. It depends on who read the coverage correctly or not. I hope Sutton can start making those catches again. We know he can, and our O-line needs to eat their Wheaties. I agree. The O-line has been a little bit disappointing here in the preseason. The starters have definitely not looked their best, and that includes our best player in Quinn Miners. I've seen Miners get overwhelmed out there a couple of times. Is the line struggling with the scheme change run blocking? I haven't been able to watch the preseason. It looks like it to an extent. I feel like most of the guys who are on the line have some experience in wide zone outside of Ben Powers, and he's been the real weak link in the run blocking, in my opinion. Meanwhile, we got another big return by New Orleans. And that's going to take him to the 40-yard line. So not great special teams in these first couple of performances here for Denver. Bad punting, giving up big returns. Special teams has been a strength of this team for the past couple of years. And in fairness, in preseason, you're not really playing the guys on special teams that you're going to play in the regular season. So that's a part of it, but special teams definitely hasn't been good. Little quick throw out to Chris Olave. Gain of 8. Linebackers on the field right now are Singleton and Sternad. I didn't see if Greenlaw got out there or not. I don't believe he did on the first drive. So right now it is Alex Singleton and Justin Sternad. It is good to see Singleton back out there for sure. That play looked a little Mahomey. Okay, Chris Collinsworth. Or no, that was Tony Romo. Okay, Tony Romo. 2nd and 3. Rattler's looking sharp so far, except for right there. He stumbles, and was that a backward pass? No, that was a forward pass, incomplete. It looked like he might have thrown it behind the line of scrimmage right there, and Denver could have picked that up for a score. First drive, Broncos offense went 4 and out. Then a bad punt. Defense was able to hold to a field goal. Second drive, offense looked a lot better. Moved the ball. Bo looked good. Stalled out in the red zone and kicked a field goal. That's about all you've missed so far.
any defenders. He's really progressing.
Yes, absolutely, Derek. Preseason football, it's very vanilla. It's like your basic calls in Madden, basically. It's like day one install type play calls in these games. That's why joint practices are more valuable. Handoff to Kendre Miller, gain of 3. Jonathan Cooper in on that tackle. Jahdae Barron is out there with the starters right now. He's kind of rotated in and out with the 1s and the 2s. Seems there is still a little bit of a competition for that starting nickel spot between Barron and Jaquan McMillan. Yeah, exactly. Sean's not tipping his hand to anybody in Tennessee. 2nd down and 6. Rattler fires, caught, 1st down, Rashid Shaheed. Tackle made by Jahdae Barron, met immediately, but not before Shaheed nets another 1st down for the Saints. Shaheed missed most of the year last year after going down with an injury against Kansas City. He's definitely a speed merchant. And again, I need to change my score. Thank you. Denver 3, New Orleans 3.
Many quarterbacks since playing here in New Orleans.
We're waiting to see if we actually see Dre Greenlaw.
Thank you very much. I was hoping Estime would get more looks with the starters this league, at least get him a chance to be trade bait. They must have their minds made up, so they want to get things locked in. Yeah. Estime is not making this team, and there's no chance that he's going to make this team, unfortunately. Why didn't we extend Riley Dixon? Your guess is as good as mine on that one. For me, that was a no-brainer move, but Darren Rizzi didn't want to go in that direction. So I don't agree with that move at all. I would have kept Riley Dixon, but the Broncos clearly disagreed. Jonah Ellis has been a game wrecker this preseason, not just preseason, in training camp as well. He's been incredible. 2nd and 14, play clock. They just got that one away. Rattler fires, and that's an inaccurate throw behind Rashid Shaheed. Looked like Shaheed was open on that play, but Rattler couldn't put it on him. 3.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Yep, not a good throw there by Rattler. 3rd down and 14 now. So defense has given up a couple of plays, but they've been able to hold their water pretty well and force another 3rd and long situation here for New Orleans. 2nd time this game. Play clock again ticking. Inside 5, they get it off. Rattler fires, under pressure, completes it, but Alex Singleton makes the tackle about 3 yards short of the line to gain at the 30-yard line. That was Hufanga, actually. The hair with Singleton and Hufanga is going to get me, man. Because whenever I see the long hair, it makes me think Singleton. That was Hufanga who made the tackle right there. Yeah, that hair is going to get me, man. It definitely is. But regardless, another stop, holding New Orleans to another field goal try for Blake Grupe.
is on. He's already hit today from 56.
This one's going to be from 49. He made his last one from 56. Good snap, good hold. Grupe's kick is up, and it is good. So another good stop by the Denver defense, holding them to a field goal. Special teams had given up a big return, so overall, good stuff right there. Both times, Denver's defense hasn't had very good field position, and they've been able to hold New Orleans to 2 field goals, so we will take that all day long. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Nice tackle there on third down by Talanoa Hufanga. Yeah, man, that hair is awesome. Derek says Bidet's on the 53. It's been said by Mike Kliss for a while that the Broncos want to keep both Jaleel McLaughlin and Tyler Bidet. So as of right now, I would say that Tyler Bidet is locked in for a 53-man roster spot. What the actual rotation is going to be, I don't know. But as I've always said, it's less about who's going to be RB1, RB2, RB3, and RB4, and more so what role are each guys going to fill. You've got RJ Harvey, who's going to kind of be your Alvin Kamara. You've got J.K. Dobbins, who's going to kind of be your Mark Ingram crossed with a little bit of Samaje Perine as the pass protection back. Then you've got Jaleel McLaughlin, who's kind of your scat back. He can catch some passes out of the backfield. He's really good with the ball in open space. And then you've got Tyler Bidet, who's kind of your Swiss Army knife and does a little bit of everything for you. So I think those are the roles that we're going to see for our running backs in the backfield this year. It's less about who's going to be RB1, 2, 3, or 4, and all about what roles guys are going to fill. How's Singleton been playing, good or bad? I'll have to watch the tape to tell you for sure. He hasn't been great in training camp before he went down with that injury. So I'll tell you a little bit more about Singleton after watching the tape. I couldn't really tell you based on the broadcast film. Estimate isn't even worth wasting a practice squad spot. Shocking how disappointing he is. Only his young age could keep him on the practice squad. And here's what I'll say on that. You'd expect a running back to be better as a younger player as opposed to worse. Being a hard-running running back, you'd expect him to be his best at like 21, 22 years old, but he's just not. So I don't know if him being young works to his benefit or to his detriment at this point. And we are back, guys. Let's see if the starting offense goes back out there for one more possession. Went 4 and out on their first drive, then marched downfield and kicked a field goal on their second drive. Saw some really nice plays from Bo Nix on that second drive, so we'll see who's coming out. I wanted Braylon Allen over Estime last year. I agree. I really liked Braylon Allen coming out. I thought he was a more complete player than Estime was. I liked Estime. I thought it was a fine pick for a 5th-round pick, but Braylon Allen would have been really good, man. Meanwhile, Courtney Jackson, 21 yards on the return. Tackle made right there by 47 of the Saints. Offense looked better on the second drive. They were really shaky on the first drive. We're about to find out, Kim.
I asked him about it. He said that when he had just graduated from college, he actually worked out with Troy Polamalu. And Ryan, I know you're going to like that hair connection.
That is the score. 6-3 New Orleans. Sorry about that.
Watch to where it tracks, your steps, the amount of calories burned, all that. And
yeah, Dixon was bad in the playoff game, but he was really solid outside of that in the season. Was consistent in pinning teams inside their 20. Bo is back out there for a third drive with the starters. Outside handoff to R.J. Harvey, and Harvey spins forward, picks up a couple of yards, but there's a flag in the backfield. That usually reeks of holding. And Adam Troutman is the guilty party. Not great, Bob. Holding penalties are drive killers. Wouldn't be surprised if this drive doesn't end in shit. That's rough, man. First play of the drive, you get a holding penalty in the run game. Those frustrate you. Holding penalties in the run game frustrate me a lot more than holding penalties in the pass game. First down and 20 now, backed up all the way to their own 13. End around to Marvin Mims. Doesn't have the blocking, and Mims able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking at all, man. New Orleans was ready for that. They had more guys in the backfield than Denver had to block. They did. Nice play by Demario Davis coming out there to bat him out of bounds. I don't hate the play call right there. It's 1st and 20. You're kind of backed up and screwed right there anyway. What I don't like is the execution. 2nd down and 20. Play fake. Nix rolling out. Needs to reset. Throw it away. He does just that. There is a flag down. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think he got out of the pocket. I don't think that's going to be intentional grounding. It didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they go.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness defense.
Mario Davis. First down. Okay, so Denver gets bailed out by Demario Davis right there, and that gets them a fresh set of downs. So had the holding penalty back you up, and you can thank your lucky stars for Demario Davis right there. I don't hate a reverse on 1st down and 20. If he breaks a tackle, that could go for about 20 yards, but New Orleans played it perfectly, and the blocking just wasn't great. Again, sometimes the play call's fine and the execution sucks. 1st down and 10. Handoff. Harvey runs into his own man and gets stonewalled after a gain of 1. I will admit, Steve Levy hasn't been very good this preseason. I normally like him, but he's kind of been low-key trash this year. He's gotten names wrong. It just hasn't been great.
They got to get their aiming points down and get their feet running.
Picked up a yard on the play. 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 9. I formation.
Harvey stays in there. Going with the fullback in front of him.
Roll out. Nix fires on the run. Whoa, what a throw. Cortland Sutton breaks the tackle. Sutton still going inside the 30, and Sutton down to about the 27. Isaac Yadam, the former Bronco, makes the tackle, but what a throw by Bo Nix, rolling to his left. Little naked boot. Great job. Didn't even have to get set right there and still delivers an absolute beauty. That is a dot, man. An absolute dot from Bo Nix. Good job breaking the tackle right there from Sutton. And then finally, he's brought down by Isaac Yadam. Kool-Aid McKinstry was the guy who couldn't wrap up Sutton on that play. Good stuff, man. I hate end arounds. They have a fascination with them. I understand Marvin can break one every now and then, but a low success rate. Sometimes you just want to show the look of them as well, because then you can get play action off those looks, etc., etc., etc. So sometimes you have to just eat it and realize that the play is not worth a crap, knowing that you can build stuff off of it. No huddle RPO. Yep, Isaac Yadam, man, that's a blast from the past. DG says, let's go, Bo. He's looking a lot more confident out there on the 2nd and 3rd drive. That was a really, really nice throw right there from Bo. Whatever happened to Brendan Langley? So they tried him at wide receiver for a while, and that did not go well. So he got cut by Denver, and I don't think he's been on a squad since. I know he had that incident with airport security, and that's kind of the last time we've heard from Brendan Langley. There we go. Update the scoreboard. Yeah, that was a really, really nice throw from Bo. Good stuff right there. I had a friend in high school who went off on him every week we had him. Yeah, Langley gave up a lot of big plays, man. He really did. I wanted to like Brendan Langley because he definitely had speed, but was unable to turn any of his potential into production. And that's what you have to do at the end of the day. You've got to be able to turn your potential into production. That's Audric Estime right now. He's got potential, but he hasn't turned it into production. Appreciate it, Harry. Really appreciate you. I thought Bo couldn't throw to the left, though. Seriously. That was a beauty, man. An absolute beauty. 43-yard gain after the catch and run. There we go. We're back. I warned you guys that could happen. That was the internet glitching out for a second, but we're back. That might happen one or two more times. That's it. We're good. I warned you guys at the beginning that was going to happen. We're back. We're back. We're back. Is Ellis playing? He's not playing yet. That's because starters are in right now. Or maybe he is playing. We'll see. But we're back, guys. We're back. We're back. Cardinals broadcast team was absolutely horrendous. We were stuck with it down in Tucson. That sucks. All right, quick throw underneath to Troy Franklin. Franklin able to surge forward. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. Just a little screen. Franklin tried to break a tackle. Able to get forward and bring up a 3rd down and 1. Raiders signing Seth Williams. Interesting. See if he's able to revive his career. 3rd down and 1. 13:52 to play in the second quarter.
See the numbers on Bo Nix so far. No way he thought he'd be in the football game still at this point.
Yep. No Pat Bryant yet, Kim. We'll see him soon. Fires off his back foot. What a catch! Sutton! Did he break the plane? He's definitely down at the 1 if he didn't. Let's see what they rule. What a catch by Sutton. Nix just put it up there and Sutton jumped up and got it. What a snare. Yeah, a little behind, but what a catch. Man, that was an excellent catch. And they're ruling it a touchdown. They're ruling it a touchdown. What a catch, man. Nix threw that off his back foot. I mean, he just kind of threw it and was saying a prayer, hoping that Sutton could come up with it, and he did. What a catch by Cortland Sutton. That was a ballsy throw by Bo Nix, man. That took nuts. Seriously, that was like a back foot sling. Dude. Yep, Bo knew he had a blitz in his face. He had to get rid of the ball quickly, and he did, man. What a throw by Bo Nix. Even though the accuracy wasn't there, under the circumstances, that was a really high-end throw right there from Bo Nix. Yep, just fired in the face of the blitzer. Oh, that's beautiful. What a catch. All right, I think we've seen enough of Bo for today. Led 2 scoring drives, including a touchdown drive. I think we've seen enough. Put him in bubble wrap. We'll see him week 1 against Tennessee. Back to the F-it court down there somewhere passes. Yep, that's exactly what that was, man. That is exactly what that was. Love it. And Cortland Sutton coming through and making a big-time reception right there. Love it. That was a hell of a play. I want to go look at the replay on that. That was really, really cool. Okay, so on this one, the free rusher was designed to come in. And Bo did a really good job handling it. That's what you need to do when you have a free rusher in your face like that. Just throw it up, man. Put it in the vicinity of Cortland Sutton, and he'll come down and get it. Or he'll draw a flag. Either way, it's going to work out well for you. Bo on paper, 10 for 14, 110 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. I think we'll take that. We got Ray in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are doing well. Got the Sutton and the Nix emojis. It won't show up on my end, but hopefully it shows up over there on your end. Sutton already in midseason form. Had that early drop and had that stop on his route, but outside of that, he's looked good, man. He's settled in quite nicely. I think that throw was right where he wanted it. Placement was solid and catch was amazing. That was just one of those ones, literally, it was F it, Cortland's down there somewhere. And that was fantastic, man. Bo didn't have his feet set on that throw. He was off his back foot and just threw it up there. Again, I'm watching it right now. That's just good stuff, man. That is really good stuff from Bo. That's poise. And the arm angle that he delivered that was like a little side arm angle. It was sick. That also looked a little Mahomey. In the wise words of Tony Romo. That is how you handle a free rusher in your face, Bo. That is teaching tape right there. Good shit. Yep. That is what we want to see, man. He's going to get some praise in the film room. Kick return, tackled at the 26-yard line by Lavelle Bailey.
Down to Scotty Gage.
Yeah, Stephen Ryan, you know,
I imagine it's going to be Spencer Rattler once again for New Orleans. Their quarterback competition is still very much alive, so Spencer Rattler probably in the first half and then Tyler Shuck in the second half.
On the sideline, looked like they were just off timing and they were frustrated with one another and probably the scenario. What do they do next? They work on it, they come out, score a touchdown.
Yeah, first drive, Bo looked a little shaky, but second and third drive, he's looked a lot more poised and confident. And again, I think that's the last we've seen of Bo today. Handoff. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's a name we haven't heard in a while. Gain of 4, tackle made by Jonah Ellis. Let's bring in the banner. Sorry about that. There we go.
Back to Scotty's point about Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix getting on the same page. You have to do that. You have to be able
Anybody who says Cortland isn't a number 1 needs to watch some afternoon games this year. Hey, man, Cortland Sutton is a good enough number 1 for this team. Yep, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still in the league, kicking around with New Orleans. Fires underneath and completes to Shaheed. Second team defense is now in for Denver. Jahdae Barron makes the tackle. So we've seen Barron run with both the 1s and the 2s today. And that's going to bring up a third down and short here for New Orleans. VJ calling in the defense. Third down and 1.
This was one of the 10% of trades that really hurt.
From their own 36-yard line.
He was playing with the 1s on Wednesday when I was at practice, so the Saints getting a good player.
I think we're going to see Saints starters for a good chunk of this game because they have the quarterback competition going on. Third down and 1, handoff. And Edwards-Helaire picks up the first down, got right to the line to gain. They're going over the Devon Vele trade on the broadcast right now. 2026 4th and a 2027 7th for Vele. Had 400 yards and 3 touchdowns as a rookie, but to turn a former 7th-round pick into a 4th-round pick, that's just good business, man. You couldn't turn that deal down. And we got a stoppage in play. Is somebody down? Oh, no, we might be doing a virtual measurement. That was a close first down, and anytime it's close, they've been doing these virtual measurements this year just to test the logistics of it. So that's probably what the stoppage in play is. We got 52 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. And the virtual measurement says first down. So the issue I have with these virtual measurements is that and Sean's going to challenge it. Sean's just looking at the official like, come on, buddy, really? The thing that I don't like with these virtual measurements is that the official still has to manually spot the ball. So it doesn't take away that element of human error. It just takes away the chain gang coming out and physically measuring it. And they claim that it's quicker, but what we've seen thus far in the preseason, I don't know if that's the case. It's taken forever to get these balls measured virtually, and you could just bring the chain gang out. We're going to a TV timeout here while they look at that. You could just bring the chain gang out in a much shorter amount of time and just physically measure it. But instead, they're doing this virtual technology, and if you really wanted to eliminate the human error of spotting the ball, then you'd put a chip in the ball. And that way, you wouldn't have to guess if it's going to be a first down or not, because you still have to have the refs manually spot the ball, and that opens up the door for a lot of human error. People are saying that this was in response to that Josh Allen play in Kansas City where the officials ruled that he didn't get the first down, but at the end of the day, the ball was still spotted incorrectly on that play by the officials, and this technology wouldn't have changed that. So, I don't know, man. I think that this is stupid, and I hope it doesn't last this entire year. I hope that the league realizes that it's not efficient, and they just go back to the chain gang. It's so dumb, man. It really is, and it doesn't really solve anything. Like, it doesn't fix the main problem that's at hand here. Yeah, you have to put a chip in the ball, and it's not like football's the only sport that does that. I want to say soccer has chips in the ball. So it's not like it can't be done. It most definitely can. And if for some reason the chip doesn't work, then you can have the officials manually spot the ball. But as somebody who has seen football from a field level, I know how hard it is for an official to really tell where the ball is. They're using their best judgment, and sometimes their best judgment just isn't good enough. I'm not saying that the refs' jobs are easy, but we can make it easier on them by implementing this technology that we have, and we're just not doing it. Okay, there we go. UFL, they've got chips. So there's no excuse. It's being used in this very sport. So, yeah, man, you've got to put chips in the ball. That's the only way that you can eliminate the human error aspect of this. Well, that's where you can have more manual reviews. But again, you've got to be able to tell if the ball crossed or not. And that play where Josh Allen very clearly had the first down in the AFC Championship game, there's no way that that should have been ruled as not a first down. So the chip would at least lead to less of that human error. And
Get the running back down before the line.
Oh, he's down.
Peyton saw that.
Yep, that's a good challenge by Sean, man. His spotters upstairs saw that the knee was down. That was short of the line to gain. That was a good challenge by Sean. I don't know if Sean has new spotters upstairs this year. He might. So 4th down and inches. New Orleans is going for it from their own 36.5. Spencer Rattler's using a hard count. I think that's all they're going to do. Yep. Kellen Moore's going to call timeout, and I imagine he's going to punt it.
Defense right there. You're defending against a quarterback sneak, which every quarterback wants to do now, or this type of play. They call it a Vegas play.
So the slow motion camera does work, but sometimes you've got players in the way and you just can't see it. That's what happened with that Josh Allen first down. Chris Jones's helmet was in the way, and they couldn't tell if the ball had broken the plane or not. On that play in particular, the chip would have told you. On all replay angles, Chris Jones' helmet was blocking the view, and you couldn't see it. 4th down and inches. They are going for it. They can't call timeout. They have to go. And they're going to go tush push. I don't think he got there. He did not get there. That's our ball. That's our ball. He didn't get it. That's a stop. They haven't ruled it. That's a stop. Come on. Come on, give us the ball. Give us the ball. He did not get there. I think we're going to have another virtual measurement. He did not get there. No way. He did not get there. He did not get there. What's the initial ruling on the field? It looked like Jonah Ellis was in there along with P.J. Locke. And they're going to give him the first down. I think that's a bad spot. Yeah, they're giving him the first down. That's questionable. I don't think he got there. However, I don't know if there's enough conclusive evidence to overturn it. So I don't think Sean's going to burn a challenge here. What is the ruling on the field? We don't even know what the ruling on the field is. Kellen Moore has his challenge flag, but we don't know what the ruling on the field is. Did they rule it as a first down or not? What are we doing? Are we going to do another measurement? Yeah, we're doing another virtual measurement. I don't think that was a first down. It looked short. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Short. Good stop, D. Let's go. Hey, what's up? Somewhere?
Gaining confidence at
Okay.
the beginning of this game. This is what this game is for. Not only is your defense
Yep.
play well,
That's short, baby. I could tell he didn't get there.
he's listening in meetings.
What a play. Interesting. No Jarrett Stidham. We're going straight to Sam Ellinger. This is a surprise. And we've got guys like Evan Ingram and Troy Franklin out there with him. So, I think this might be a showcase game here for Sam Ellinger. We've already seen enough of Jarrett Stidham this preseason. Sam Ellinger is very much on the roster bubble right now. I think this might be a showcase game for him. Mims is in there as well. Ellinger, meanwhile, is going to self-sack. Maybe actually got Ford past the line to gain, or for not past the line of scrimmage, but still, that was a terrible play. He tripped himself up right there. Sam Ellinger, man, he's either going to give you a big explosive play or he's going to give you a negative play. There's not much in between. Pat Bryant is now in. I know we got some people asking about him. He is now in there. Blake Watson is the back. They're going to toss it to Watson with Kroll and Crum leading the way. And Watson able to surge forward for a gain of about 4. Who was the nose tackle on the stop? I think it was DJ. I'll have to go look again, but I think it was DJ in there. But the guys who really got in there on that stop were Ellis and Locke. They're the ones who finished the play off. But I'll have to look and see. I think it was DJ who got the initial penetration. Yep, so looks like Stiddy's getting rested. Okay, here's the play. Yeah, that was really Jonah Ellis and PJ Locke that got in there. I can't see a number. I can't tell who the D tackle is. I think it's Jordan Miller. That's the 2s, so I think that's Jordan Miller. He looks like 90 Jordan Miller's in there as the D tackle. All right, 4th and 1. See if nope, they're in the gun. I was gonna say, are we gonna run tush push? But they're in the gun. Hand off to Watson. No, it's going to be a read option. Sam Ellinger is going to keep it down the sideline, and Sam Ellinger will set up a first down. That one faked out the camera. It looked like it was going to be Watson up the middle and stuff, but nope, they run read option there. Lucas Kroll leading the way, so that's read option lead. Great play call by Sean, and another 4th down conversion for Denver in this game. Setting up a 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Rolling is Ellinger, and he is going to get sacked again. That is a quarterback-induced sack right there, man. Sean Payton's not going to like that. Christian Boyd, I really liked him coming out. Big defensive lineman. Ellinger just kind of stood there like, oh, what do I do? And he just went down. Absolutely panicked under the rush right there. He's got to get rid of the ball, especially that close to the goal line. Just throw it out of the back of the end zone, dude. Get rid of the ball. You can't take a sack there, dude. Not great, Bob. 2nd and goal pushed all the way back to the 15. And is that a delay of game? Or did Sean get a timeout? Nope, delay of game. Sam Ellinger, man. 2nd time today we've had a quarterback not aware of the play clock. Come on, Sam. I'm going to be a lot harder on you because you're not the starter. Come on. Yes, A.T. Perry's up today. I think we'll see him later on in the game. 2nd and goal, backed up to the damn 20. Screen to Michael Bandy. He's got some blocking in front of him, and Bandy able to get about 4 or 5. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal, backed way the hell up. That's terrible, man. So Bad sack by Ellinger, followed by a delay of game penalty. Squandered a really good red zone opportunity. Let's see if on 3rd and goal they just chuck it up in the end zone and see if something happens. Take it, Sam Elliott's not getting a Christmas card from you this year? Yeah, probably not. They're just going to run a draw. Watson won't get to the 10. Tackled at the 11-yard line by Danny Stutzman. Really liked him coming out of Oklahoma. And Watson limping a little? No, he's jogging off. 6:54 and counting in the second quarter. And they're going to bring out Will Lutz for another field goal opportunity. No chance whatsoever. In a year where you have Super Bowl aspirations, you can't risk having Sam Ellinger as your QB2. I'll just say it. Sam Ellinger sucks. He's not good. I'm normally not that brutal, but Sam Ellinger's just not good. So, yeah. 29-yard field goal. Will Lutz drills it. Money in the bank as usual. Good hold by Jeremy Crawshaw, which is definitely something we need to watch every time Will Lutz kicks. Operation was sound there. 13-6, Denver extends the lead. Solid drive right there, but terrible in the red zone. Absolutely terrible from Sam Ellinger. I say solid drive, but you had good field position and kind of squandered it right there. That was a rough series by Ellinger right there, man. It really was. What the hell? Wow, okay. Was that the Denver broadcast? Was that Steve Levy who said that? Oh my God, bro, that's terrible. So yeah, no Jarrett Stidham. Clearly the Broncos have seen enough from him. I don't think that this is like them holding him out because they're going to trade him or anything like that. I don't think they want him to get hurt. Because if Bo goes down, man, I think Stiddy could do more than just keep your offense afloat. I think that he could keep it at a pretty high level because he's shown that he can make some really nice plays both with his arm and with his legs. He handles pressure a lot better now than he did a couple of years ago when he first entered this offense. So I actually think that Stiddy could come in if he had to and play really well. Obviously, knock on wood, hopefully we don't have to see Stiddy at all outside of garbage time wins, but still, I think that Stiddy could come in and I think that he could be more than competent. I think he could be really good. Year 3 in the system, and historically, Sean Payton's backup quarterbacks have always played their best in year 3, so I think that's a continuing theme here with Jarrett Stidham, and I don't think the Broncos want to risk anything happening to arguably their biggest insurance policy of the season. Courtney Slutton, I cannot, bro. How do you do that? Oh, my God. At the beginning of the game. Wow, bro. Just wow. All right, Broncos trivia. Let's see what we got. Next week marks the 20th year since Hurricane Katrina. Do you know who gave one of the largest single donations to help with the relief efforts? I mean, if it's Broncos related, I'm going to guess Peyton Manning just because he's a New Orleans native. Peyton Manning is a New Orleans native, so I'm going to guess him. Next drive, keep an eye out for Forsythe having his left hand blatantly offsides as he hiked the ball. If he's breaking the neutral zone, then yeah, that is a penalty, so we'll see.
And out to the 30. You know who else enjoys their time here? Ooh, Sam Ellinger. Well, he loves this.
Sam Ellinger won the Sugar Bowl in this stadium. I think we should have played Stidham for one quarter and let Ellinger go the rest of the game. I don't know, man. If they think that Stidham's ready to go, then I don't want to risk playing him. You need your backup quarterback healthy. Oh, Tyler Shuck's now in for the New Orleans Saints, and he's going to roll out and dump this one off to his tight end. And net out of bounds right there is stole by P.J. Locke. Yep, so that's the last we've seen of Spencer Rattler. I imagine we're going to see Shuck for the remainder of this half and probably well into the third quarter as well. How would you grade Bo as an individual this game and the first-team offense excluding Bo? Bo, I'd give a B. I think a solid B is a good grade for Bo. Made some good plays, but did have a shaky start. Then overall for the offense, I'd say probably a B-. I wish we had seen a little more in the run game. Handoff to Devin Neal, rookie running back out of Kansas. Really liked him. Able to gain about 5. So Tyler Shuck played for Oregon, Texas Tech, and Louisville. Started 42 games in college. Second-round pick this year. Obviously, New Orleans stirred up some controversy when they decided to take Shuck over Shedeur Sanders. But we'll see if Shuck is able to showcase anything positive here. As of right now, I think Spencer Rattler has an inside track to win the starting job for New Orleans, but we'll see what Shuck can do. He's going to keep it on a read option, turns around Dondre Tillman, and Shuck has a first down gain of about 8 yards. 5 minutes and counting left to play in the first half. As we usually do, guys, we'll be taking a halftime intermission. That'll be your time to take a bong rip, get a drink, anything you guys need to do.
Focus on this play. If it's this defense, you're not going to call this play.
First down and 10.
Just reduce what you have to concern yourself with. You can really become more focused. I'd imagine the Saints are going to pick up a veteran, though, after the waiver wire.
We'll see if they do, man. Because they've got a really young and inexperienced quarterback room with Rattler, Shuck, and Jake Haener. Shuck underneath to Neal. Good open field tackle. Lavelle Bailey. Neal tried to get around Bailey and couldn't, and Bailey just dropped him. Great play right there by Lavelle. Jesus, man. Jake Haener is the most experienced veteran quarterback on the Saints roster right now. I think Kellen Moore will develop Rattler into that hybrid quarterback. Rattler's just going to have to improve more from the mental side of the game. He's physically talented, we know that, but was never really able to develop from the mental side. That's why he was drafted as low as he was. Meanwhile, hand up the middle. D-line got pushed around on that one there, and Neal, is Neal down? Oh, no, it's an offensive lineman holding his ankle. Is that Landon Young? It is Landon Young. Started some games for him last year, and that don't look good, man. Young was clutching out his ankle right there. We're going to take a TV timeout. Hopefully Young's okay.
When I joined in.
Damn, man, that's tough. You never want to see anybody go down in a preseason game. Obviously, we saw Nick Gargiulo last week in the Broncos game go down. Season-ending knee injury. They say ACL, but the way that his knee went, I think that was more than just an ACL. That was like multiple ligaments. Not good, man. Not good at all. Hopefully Young's okay here for New Orleans, and it's nothing too serious. So TV timeout right now while they tend to land in Young. Yep, it is Corinne Reed out there with Lavelle Bailey, Rodney. It is indeed Corinne Reed, and he's the guy who I feel like has been more consistent out of the two undrafted linebackers. We've seen more splash plays from Jordan Turner, but the overall consistency, I think Reed's ahead of him in that department. So, we'll see which one ultimately stands out in this game, and I think that's going to decide which one makes the team. I think that if there is an undrafted free agent that has the best chance of making this team right now, it's one of the two linebackers, either Reed or Turner. Also, another UDFA that I think has a strong chance of making it is Courtney Jackson, just because of his speed and his return ability. The Broncos want to utilize Marvin Mims more as a receiver this year, so that means less snaps as a return specialist, and I think Courtney Jackson can be just as explosive, if not maybe even a little more explosive than Marvin Mims. So they're going to develop Courtney Jackson. I don't know if they'd be able to sneak him through waivers onto the practice squad, so I think that Courtney Jackson has an inside track of making the 53-man roster. Denver's defense, very limited turnovers in this preseason, a couple in the 49ers game. We'll see if we can get a couple more as time goes on in this game. Still got plenty of time left. Okay, here's the answer to the trivia question. Who was one of the largest single donators? Oh, it was Walmart. Oh, come on. That's not a good trivia question. Come on, man. Seriously, you can do better than that. That is a really bad trivia question.
$15 million to Hurricane Katrina relief efforts.
Could have donated more.
This great city in the
Only
world.
$21 million. Could have donated a lot more than that. Third down and 3. Shuck comes underneath. And first down, New Orleans. Rico Payton. That's a name right there, man. Turn the corner on Damari Mathis, and he's got the first down. Man, Mathis was not running well on that one. Looked like, oh, that was Mason Tipton, actually. My bad, that was Mason Tipton. It looked like Mathis was kind of running like this, man. That wasn't great. Mathis has had a strong training camp. I feel like I'm higher on Mathis than most of this fan base is, but that was not a good play. First down and 10. Shuck fires off his back foot, incomplete. Too high for his tight end right there, and that's going to bring up a third down. I'm sorry, let's bring up second down. Second down and 10. 2:37 left in the quarter. If Jackson or Davis does not play much today, the team's trying to sneak them onto the practice squad. I don't know if you'd be able to sneak Jackson. I really don't. You think Turner sticks? Right now, I'd say it's between Turner and Corinne Reed. I think one of them's going to stick. The question is which one. Little sidearm screen, and that's off target. Kevin Austin couldn't hold on right there. That'll bring up third down. Barry Wesley, tackle for New Orleans, 6'7", 310 out of CSU.
Never want your teammates to get hurt, but Landon Young going down may be good for
yeah, tough look there for Landon Young going down. Yes, Jeff, it is. Third down and 10 from the Denver 33. Cedric Wilson goes in motion for New Orleans. Shuck. Another screen, another sidearm delivery, and nice tackle on Cedric Wilson right there by Devon Key. Fourth down and probably another field goal try here for New Orleans.
Defense for the Broncos forcing 3 field goals, coming up on the third field goal attempt here. That's the
yep. 3 good stops by Denver, man. Kept him out of the end zone 3 times. Twice by the starters and now once by the backups. Oh, and then actually you also have the fourth down stop as well. So twice by starters and twice by backups. Good shit, man. Really good shit. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 13-6, Denver leads. New Orleans will kick a field goal on the other side of this commercial break. So, multiple good stops by this defense, man. Both sides of the ball, I think, have looked really promising for Denver. Shaky drive by the first-team offense, and then once Sam Ellinger got in there, things looked a little shaky on offense too. But outside of that, really, really solid performance. So today, obviously, after this game is over, we'll break things down and evaluate things, and then we'll do a 53-man roster prediction, the final one of the offseason. Cuts will start happening tomorrow, even though the cut deadline isn't until Monday. Pretty much after teams are done with their third preseason game, they'll get ahead of the curve and start making their cuts. So wouldn't be surprised if this time tomorrow a bunch of cuts started coming down for the Denver Broncos. Who's standing out to me on each side of the ball? Well, offensively, Bo Nix, definitely. I thought that he had a really strong performance out there. Cortland Sutton looked good after he had those first couple of rough plays, had a drop, had a route that he stopped on that he probably shouldn't have, but then had a couple of really nice catches, the fourth down catch, the touchdown catch. So I would say offensively, those are the guys that have stood out in a good way. In a bad way, I would say that Sam Ellinger has stood out, unfortunately. Then defensively, Jonah Ellis looked good out there. PJ Lux looked good out there. Jahdae Barron made a nice tackle. So, yeah, those are the guys who stood out immediately to me as of right now. And then I'll definitely have more names for you after watching the film and breaking things down, rewatching things, and all that good stuff. I'd say that Tyler Bidet, that's another one who's stood out and looked good. He had that really nice catch and run. Bo Nix able to make that really nice improv play, get out of the sack and flip it to Bidet, and Bidet had a really nice explosive gain off of that. So I'd say him as well. I'm behind, Shy? I hope not. There shouldn't be much of a delay on the TV's end because we're using rabbit ears, so that should be less of a delay than cable. All right, we are back in the Big Easy.
Steve Levy along with Ryan Harris, Cynthia Freeland, Scotty Gage. Preseason finale.
Blake Groupie getting ready to kick a field goal for New Orleans.
The NFL season, buddy, starts
Denver's defense has stopped New Orleans 3 times and held them to field goals, and they got a 4th down stop on a quarterback sneak. This is going to be a 48-yard try for Groupie. Groupie's kick is up, and he drills it right down the pipe. So that will cut New Orleans' deficit down to 4 points. There we go. Yeah, so far there probably aren't going to be too many changes, but we'll see. We've still got plenty of football left. Oh, that was a great play getting out of that sack, man. That was the Bidet play I talked about. That back shoulder throw from Bo, the touchdown. Really good day from Bo Nix. I'm excited to make a film study on Bo. 10 for 14, 110 yards and a touchdown. And that arm sleeve on Bo is peak aura, by the way. I love the arm sleeve. I hope he keeps that going forward. Definitely shows increased depth with our preseason wins so far. Second and third teams have clearly outplayed competition. I agree with that. 100%. Even though the final score of these games doesn't ultimately matter, at the end of the day, man, the way that you play out there, the depth that you show, that's what ultimately matters at the end of the day. Yes, Bidet's return as well. Absolutely. Apologies for not mentioning that. And there he is on another return, actually, and gets it up to the 29-yard line. So Denver's going to go on a 2-minute drill here with Sam Ellinger and company. Again, if you guys haven't tuned in yet, Jarrett Stidham not playing today. It looks like Denver's content sitting him. He's played awesome this preseason, so no reason to throw him back out there if you don't have to. Keep your backup quarterback and insurance policy healthy. Bo got in there, looked good, and it looks like it's going to be Sam Ellinger for the rest of the way. Here's Sam, fires, and ooh, what a catch. Layered throw over Ugo Amadi and gets that one to Jerwan Newton. Easily Ellinger's best throw of the day. Throwing that from the far hash, that's nice, man. That's a really impressive throw. That is an impressive throw right there from Sam Ellinger. Good stuff. That's not an easy throw to make. That's a high degree of difficulty throw. Meanwhile, dumps it off. Good spin move there by Blake Watson. Able to gain 5. Nice job by Watson getting out of bounds to boot. stops the clock at 1:38 in the second quarter. So Denver's going to huddle up. Got all 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Good clock management by Denver so far in this game. 2nd down and 4.
31 other teams are watching right now.
From their own 49-yard line. Silent count for Denver. Ellinger fires outside, complete. It's Jerwan Newton again, becoming his favorite target on this drive. A little 5-yard out route, and that'll move the chains. 1st down, Denver. 1:34, clock stopped, so just running double out-breaking routes. That play call's called Lion in Sean Payton's system. And right there, Ellinger made a really nice throw.
Got easier.
1st and 10 from the 45.
Maybe 7.
1st down and 10, 45 of the Saints. Ellinger out of the gun. Saints are showing pressure.
Ellinger just going to dump it off to Watson and tackled inbounds that time. The clock's going to continue to run. 1:25 and counting. Denver still has all their timeouts. Gain of 1 for Watson on that play. 2nd and 9 from the New Orleans 44. Ellinger takes the snap, fires, and that one was a little bit underthrown. Trying to connect with Pat Bryant on the sideline. Not a great ball right there from Ellinger. 2nd and 9. Or 3rd and 9, excuse me. Sure seems that way, Mark, but he didn't practice at all this week because his fiance had a baby. So I don't know if that plays into it. Additionally, last season, they didn't play Samaje Perine in the preseason finale, and he didn't make the team. However, it was very clear from the beginning of camp, basically, that Perine wasn't going to make it. It's looked pretty clearly like Jaleel was going to make it from the get-go. So Ellinger gets out of trouble, fires along the sideline, connects on the sideline with Kroll, and that's going to be a 1st down. Lucas Kroll started his career in New Orleans back in the Big Easy, but what a play. Another good job right there avoiding the sack. We saw Bo do it. Now we're seeing Ellinger do it right there. Good stuff. 2nd act throw, 1st down, move the chains. Clock stopped, 1:02 left in the second quarter. And Denver still has all 3 of their timeouts in their back pocket. Ellinger, swing pass. Michael Bandy, little bubble screen, and he's out of bounds. Short gain. Stops it at 58 seconds. Denver doing a good job getting out of bounds to stop the clock and preserve their timeouts. So you play your cards right here, and you might even have another opportunity before halftime with your timeouts. Ellinger 7 for 8 for 44 yards. That's not terrible. He's made a couple of nice throws. Ellinger fires. Oh, hello, Lucas Kroll. What a catch, jumping up for it. Clock still ticking at 46 seconds. If you can score, you might have a chance to get the ball back here before halftime. Kroll down the 4 right there, just throwing it up, and Kroll came down with it. Really nice job. And that's encroachment. No, false start. They're going to say false start. There was some contact up front. Who are they going to call it on? It's either false start or encroachment.
A bit of a conversation, John Hussey and his crew.
Come on, John. Talk to us.
Taking his time.
Got quiet here.
False start.
Offense number 79.
Matt Peart. Timeout.
Denver has elected to choose a timeout.
Yep.
In lieu of the 10-second runoff.
Yep, you can avoid the 10-second runoff as long as you have a timeout. Denver's got all 3, so they're going to use one of them here.
And that's going to happen in the regular season. And Kroll proving that you can be counted on. That's the confidence that you want your teammates to have in you.
Yeah, he's had a couple nice layered throws, man. One to Courtney was really impressive. Or the one to Jerwan, sorry. That one was really impressive. 1st and goal. Pat Bryant in the slot to the left. Bandy on a wing to the right. Ellinger staring left the whole way. Fires. Broken up. Trying to go jump ball for Pat Bryant. Nice play in the end zone by Ugo Amadi. 27 seconds. The graphic says 3 timeouts for Denver, but that should be 2 timeouts because they used one there to avoid the 10-second runoff. I don't like how Sam Ellinger was staring down the left side the whole way. Didn't even try to look anybody off. DBs will key in on that pretty easily. 27 seconds. Ellinger dumping it underneath on a screen to Blake Watson, and Watson is stood up at about the 7-yard line, maybe the 8. And Denver will call their second timeout, 20 seconds.
So late developing screen. I love the play call. We got Watson back there acting like he's going to be protecting and then leaks out.
He moves well, but at times he kind of has the Russell Wilson problem where he self-sacks himself. Self-sacks himself, that's a word. Right, so Denver called their second timeout. 20 seconds left, 1 timeout. Sean Payton back to calling the plays in this game. First preseason game, it was Joe Lombardi. Last week, it was Davis Webb calling the plays. 3rd and goal. Trips left. Ellinger in trouble, gets hit, and just throws it out of bounds. Ellinger took a big shot on that one. And now Denver will have to trot out Will Lutz again. Yeah, it looked like that pressure came from the interior. Somebody took an L up front. And Ellinger just took a massive hit. Don't want to see him take too many more of those. We might have to throw Jarrett Stidham out there. Here comes Lutz, 25-yard attempt. Always want to watch the hold with Jeremy Crawshaw. That's good. And the kick from Lutz is good as well. So Denver extends their lead just before halftime to 16-9.
16-9. Still, I mean, I know it ends in a dud or a thud with a field goal. I feel very good about that drive by Ellinger.
Ellinger looked decent on that drive. He definitely did. Don't know if that's going to be enough for him to make the team, but he did look decent on that drive. I got that word from the Department of Redundancy Department. Absolutely. I like that. That's great.
News and weather. Colorado's news leader. 9 news.
Yeah, Ellinger looked decent enough on that drive considering it was a 2-minute.
3 days until Tennessee. 3 days till the cutdown. 90 to 53. And then you worry about your practice squad.
If you're a player who's on the bubble, these next 3 days, barely sleeping, families asking, did you
Ravens in Washington, is this the fourth quarter? Yeah, they're in the fourth quarter there. That game started at 10 o'clock Mountain. The play calling's been just fine. I don't know why people are having issues with the play calling. Sometimes I feel like the wrong thing gets scrutinized. Sometimes the play calling can be fine, but the execution can be shit. Rodney says, I still feel we need to bring in a veteran punter to push Crawshaw. If he continues to struggle, they might not have a choice. Darren Rizzi doesn't want to. He made that very clear, but at the end of the day, you can only have so much patience for a punter. I don't care if he was drafted or not. He's still a punter, and you can only have so much patience for that. All right, let's see how New Orleans wants to play this. They've got 2 timeouts and 13 seconds. That was a touchback, so the ball came out to the 35-yard line.
The NFL's done a great job. They've taken a play that was almost eliminated and really put it back in the game. The NFL is really good at that.
Let's see if they want to actually run a drop back here, if they're just going to run the ball and take it to halftime. And it's going to be the latter. They're going to hand it off. And we are going to halftime, folks. Denver Broncos lead the New Orleans Saints 16-9. All right, guys, we are going to take a brief intermission. We will be back here in about 10-ish minutes. Be sure to leave a like as well as subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Go get some water, go take a bong rip, go to the bathroom, whatever you guys need to do. We will be back. Now you guys can hear me. Sorry about that, guys. It'd help if I actually turned on the fucking microphone, wouldn't it? So overall, I was just saying some positive things from the first half from Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. 10 for 14, over 100 yards passing, touchdown pass, some good connections. So overall, really positive stuff there. Yeah, it would help if we actually turned on the microphone, wouldn't it? All right, so third quarter, we are just getting underway. All right, quarter three. Let's go. Denver's defense up first. Cheers, boys. Got a nice cold drink. Diet Coke, my new go-to. We'll still drink a Mountain Dew from time to time. In fact, had one yesterday, but... Play action. Shuck fires. Incomplete. Good breakup by Damari Mathis. He needed that. He's looked good in training camp, but it hasn't really translated into the games. Giving up some big plays. Did have a couple nice coverage reps last week against Arizona. Gave up the touchdown, but had a nice rep right there. Definitely needed that. Second down and 10. Pardon my voice, guys. I am recovering from my bong rip. Second down and 10. 5 down linemen for Denver. 3 linebackers. Shuck fires. Oh, nice throw. In between the corner and the safety. That was Welch, the tight end. A really good throw there from Tyler Shuck. Saints still in the midst of a quarterback competition. Shuck trying to make his case here. Yeah, that was just avoiding the zone coverage right there. Shuck found it, and he hit it. First down and 10 now for New Orleans. That was probably the worst play that this defense has given up so far, to be honest. Handoff up the gut. Stood up as Devin Neal by Keydron Smith, along with Ini Uwazurike and Lavelle Bailey. All 3 of them were in there on that one. Sutton started slow. He had a drop, and then he had a route that he stopped on when he shouldn't have, but then finished really strong. Back shoulder catch, and then caught a touchdown from Bo Nix. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Second down and 7. Shuck takes the snap from his own 48. Fires it deep. Looking for tipped in, broken up. Great play by guess who? Chris Abrams-Drain. He's had a phenomenal training camp in preseason. Continues it here. Gets targeted and breaks it up. Tried to get him on a double move, but KAD does not bite on that, man. That was a fantastic play. I did back in the day, but I don't any longer. It's just not my cup of tea. Third down and 7. Yeah, you don't want to throw at Chris Abrams-Drain either at this point. Tight end Welch in the backfield. Split backfield here for Shuck. Fires. Incomplete. Wildly off target. Was going after Chris Abrams-Drain again. Austin, the intended receiver, but Shuck wildly sailed that pass. And that's going to be a quick stop there for Denver's defense. 4 and out. Or about 5 and out. 13-29. Fourth down and 7. I don't know who to draft, Sutton, Ridley, or Pickens. Ooh, I want to say Sutton, but Ridley might get more targets in a fantasy setting. Because he's basically their number 1, so I'd go Ridley. Sutton's our number 1, but he's going to not have as many targets because how much Sean Payton mixed up the wide receiver groupings. So I'd honestly say Ridley there. Meanwhile, the punt was fair, caught by Courtney Jackson. And Denver will get started for their first offense possession of the second half. Sam Ellinger came in straight after Bo Nix did. We did not see Jarrett Stidham in this one. They elected to hold Stiddy out. Ellinger did make a couple of nice throws, man. I know I haven't been the greatest Sam Ellinger supporter, but he did make a couple of nice throws, a couple of really nice layered throws. far hash, deep outbreaker that was on time, perfectly thrown over a defender. That was an impressive throw. It really was. Then floated one up there, just kind of chucked it up for a touchdown. That was nice too. Sam Ellinger can ball, but at the end of the day, man, it's got to be about down-to-down consistency with him. That hasn't really been there over the course of the entire offseason, but when you get him in game, man, he can make some plays. He definitely can. I don't mind Diet Pepsi either, but today it just happens to be Diet Coke. I'll take either or. Abrams Drain would start for half the teams in the league. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. He is a starting level corner that just so happens to be Denver's backup boundary corner. That's insane. I mean, the fact that he's a backup for you just speaks to the depth on this team. I loved him coming out of Missouri. He was one of my guys. I literally screamed and jumped for joy when the Broncos drafted him. And now here we are, and he's still making plays, man. Love it. Hopefully he gets an opportunity, but I honestly don't know if that opportunity long-term is going to be here in Denver. But if you wanted to make a trade and get some significant value in return, Chris Abrams-Drain might be that dude. Like, you could probably flip Chris Abrams-Drain for, hell, if you got a 4th-round pick for Devon Vele, you could maybe get a 3rd-round pick for Chris Abrams-Drain. Riley Moss is one of the top cornerback 2s in the league. He was one of the best corners in man coverage when he was healthy last year. Unfortunately, he went down with that MCL sprain and came back way too early as the Broncos were trying to make a playoff push. Oh, we got Mike Kliss on. So I feel like that was the main issue with Riley Moss at the back end of the year. He's going to get targeted a ton, and he's going to be under a spotlight just because of the fact that he plays alongside PS2, but I think Riley Moss gets significantly underrated by this fan base. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 for Denver from their own 14-yard line, and they're going to start things off with Audric Estime. And he's able to bounce off a little bit of contact and surge forward for a gain of about 4. So, Audric Estime, this is the earliest we've seen him play in all 3 of the preseason games. Oh, Mike Kliss's 53-man roster predictions. 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, J.K., R.J., Tyler, and Jaleel. Adam Prentice as the fullback. 5 wide receivers, Sutton, Franklin, Sherfield, Mims, and Bryant. So that's a little bit different from my 53. So those are some of Kliss's predictions. 2nd down and 5 from the 19-yard line. Give it to Estime again. Runs into his own man, but able to bounce off of it. That's one of Estime's better runs. Able to surge forward, gain of about 8 yards on a 1st down. So we'll see what Estime can do, man. I don't think he's making this team, even in a practice squad setting, but if the Broncos can showcase him and maybe justify getting some trade value out of him, I'd be all for it, man. I don't think McMillan's going to be trade bait. He's your main backup nickel and might even play some starting situations for you, so I don't think that McMillan's going anywhere. Handoff delayed to Estime. That's some good blocking. And Estime, another decent run. Estime is probably having his best game so far. It's not saying much, but he's having a pretty solid start. So tight ends, he's got him keeping 4. Evan Ingram, Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, and Nate Atkins. Atkins is not going to go on short-term IR, so I'm going to have to adjust my roster prediction accordingly for that. 9 linemen, your 5 starters, and then Matt Parrott, Alex Palczewski, Frank Crum, and Alex Forsyth. Again, this is Mike Kliss's prediction. 2nd and 1, I formation. Give it to the up man. It's Adam Prentice, the fullback, and he's got the 1st down. So probably the only distinction for me is I would maybe have Xavier Truss over Frank Crum at this point. I don't know if Frank Crum's making it, to be honest. 1st and 10, I formation once again. Give is to Tyler Bidet. He's still in the game, and Bidet fighting for extra yardage, lowering his shoulder. Gain of 9. So Tyler Bidet, man, I think he's making the 53. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Broncos have the ball, Kim. Second down and 1, 10:21 left in the third. I'll tell you the spot in just a second. We are currently looking at Mike Klitz's face. The spot is at their own 47. I formation. 3 straight I plays. This time it's Bidet again. And Bidet, lowering his shoulder, hits the right hole and has the first down.
Now Sutton and Knicks are already in midseason form thanks to playing in this preseason game. They really got a lot of rust off. They got in a rhythm, and it paid off for them to play in this game. And healthy. Get out of this place healthy.
Setting up now at their own 48. Punt. Chris Abrams' drain had a PBU on third down.
In this preseason, Matt Henningsen, Johnny Walker. See about Drew Sanders.
First and 10. Handoff. Bidet. Shake and bake. Lowering his shoulder through the trash. Gets 3. So Kliss with 6 defensive linemen. Allen Jones, Franklin Myers, Roach, Savion Jones, and Jordan Jackson. 5 edge rushers, Nick Benito, Jonathan Cooper, Jonah Ellis, and Dondre Tillman. And 4 inside linebackers, Greenlaw, Singleton, Sternod, and Bailey.
The third-round draft pick. The defensive line is the strength of this team.
When will the Broncos do the cut down? Probably tomorrow. They don't waste any time with that. It'll probably happen tomorrow. Play action. Ellinger wanted to go deep. Instead, checks it down to Bidet, who's got some open grass in front of him. And Bidet has a first down, pushed out of bounds. Shows some really nice burst in the open field right there. Broncos will have to run the ball this year. They've certainly got the personnel to do it.
Benito, I thought it was smart they didn't play him because of the recent.
Yep, no Nick Benito today. Additionally, no Dre Greenlaw. He didn't play at all today.
I think there's a chance.
Trying to keep those guys healthy for week 1. First down and 10 from the New Orleans 40. Ellinger, good protection, fires right side. Trying to dive for it, incomplete. Pat Bryant could not hold on.
Jordan Turner.
Yeah, the roster deadline's Tuesday, but I think the Broncos will probably get started a little bit earlier than that. We've seen teams that played in their preseason games on Thursday and on Friday. They've already made their cuts.
And defensive backs, where we stand there, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know about Turner. He's made some splash plays. It's the down-to-down consistency. I have him keeping 5 linebackers, but right now I have Reed over Turner. We'll see if Turner can make some more splash plays in this one. Swing pass to Bidet. Spin move by Bidet. Gain of 3. So he's got the 5 corners, same as me. Sertan, Moss, Barron, McMillan, and a KAD. 5 safeties, Hufanga, Jones, Locke, Skinner, and Key. So same as me there. And then obviously Will Lutz, Jeremy Crawshaw, and Mitchell Fraboni. So that is Mike Kliss's 53-man roster. There are some distinctions between his and mine. We'll make a video about mine after this game. There probably will be some changes. Good pass protection by Bidet. Good throw there as well by Sam Ellinger. Lucas Cole, diving catch. Lot to unpack on that play. So right there, you had Ellinger step up in the pocket, and Tyler Bidet did a really good job cutting out the edge defender, and then really nice throw by Sam Ellinger to Lucas Kroll. First down, Denver. Ellinger's been slinging the pill in this one. I think he's better on the boundary personally, but he can do both. Swing pass caught in the backfield by number 29. Looking for Jerwan Newton, so that was a little bubble screen.
You saw him in the first half. He nailed all his field goals. Crawshaw, he's a rookie.
Just a fair warning, guys. It might not happen for a little while longer, but if the internet drops again, it'll only be for like 30 seconds. It's my mobile hotspot cutting off. Just got to turn it back on, and we're good to go.
And Mitch Raboni, the long snapper, he was the first offensive.
Second down and 10.
So they're good. Jeremy Crawshaw has to come on, as all rookies do. But his talent.
Condensed formation.
Really good.
Ellinger looking good. Protection again by Tyler Bidet. And finally it runs out. Ellinger's got to throw it away. Tyler Bidet's looking good in pass pro, man. He really is. That is impressive. A little bit of a smaller guy, but he seems to be a willing and able blocker. Key over Sam Franklin is interesting. We signed Franklin as a free agent. So Franklin was signed to be a gunner, and I'm not a special teams expert, but according to people who I trust in that area, he hasn't looked good in that role. So that could possibly be why. Yes, we do still have Turner Yell. We'll probably see him a little bit later. Play action. Ellinger tried to set up a screen. Uh-oh, it's tipped and intercepted. Oh, man, it went off the hands of Tyler Bidet right there. It was an inaccurate screen by Ellinger. Tried to get it off at the last possible second, and it landed in the deflection in the hands of Riley for the Saints. It was play action trying to set up a screen. 91 was right in the area of Ellinger. Tried to get it away at the last second. It was not accurate. Tipped off of the hands of Bidet and into the hands of Riley. An unfortunate break right there, man. That was just a messy play from the get-go. Bidet cannot slip through if waived. The Chiefs are eyeing him. I don't think he's going to be waived. I think Bidet's making the 53. Yeah, Sam's made some really solid throws. And a couple that I would even say are elite, man. Sam can sling the pill. The down-to-down consistency, honestly, it's probably the best that it's been so far in this game. I've been impressed with Sam today. Training camp in the preseason, it's been a little shaky, but in this particular game, I think Sam's played well. So will this be enough to earn him a 53-man roster spot? I honestly don't know. I don't think they've got enough spots to justify carrying a third quarterback, but practice squad, absolutely. You've got to have a third quarterback no matter what, and I'd say as of right now, this game has prevented the Broncos from calling elsewhere and looking at the waiver wire to see if they could get an upgrade over Sam. So, yeah, good game from him, man. I'm impressed. That was a rough play, though, man. It was messy from the get-go. 91 for New Orleans has been all over the place. He's probably making their team, but if he's on the waiver wire, go get him. This cat can play. Yeah, let's see. Who is 91 for New Orleans? Because this guy can seriously ball. Vernon Broughton. Okay, I've heard that name before. Yeah, if this guy doesn't make the team, man, go scoop him up if you're Denver. He can play. Absolutely. In the preseason, everything matters but the final score. In the regular season, nothing matters but the final score. Bo did have a good day today. Started off a little bit shaky, but got settled in and made some really, really, really good throws. 10 for 14, 100 yards and a touchdown. I think he'll take that all day long. All right, we are back. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. If the ball hits your hands, you should catch it. That one was so high that Bidet didn't have much of a chance. It was just a bad play. Oh, my God, dude, they just showed somebody taking a piss on the sideline. The guy who got the pick, they just panned the camera to him, and he was taking a piss on the sideline, bro. Come on. Tyler Shuck fires. Hey, there's Jordan Turner. Makes the tackle right there on number 80 and forces him out of bounds. I cannot believe they just showed a guy taking a piss on the sideline. Oh, my God. If you go to the games, you see that all the time. That's what they have to do, man. You don't have time to go into the locker room if you got to go pee. You'll just pee on the sideline. You'll have trainers covering you up with some towels. but oh my God, that was freaking hilarious. 2nd and 6. Fires up the seam and it's broken up, looking for number 80. It's that Jimmy Graham number right there. I cannot believe that, bro. Both looked good today. Watch them film. Yeah, 2 trainers had towels next to him, and the guy was just taking a piss on the sideline. 3rd down and 6. Denver's showing double A gap pressure. They're going to back out of it here with Turner. Pressure's coming. It's Q Robinson. Oh, he got the ball out. Did Denver recover? Q Robinson with the strip sack. And Corinne Reed's on it. Denver ball. Q Robinson with the strip sack. Corinne Reed with the fumble recovery. Let's go. That was an athletic play by Q Robinson off the edge right there. Just makes the right tackle look silly. We've seen flashes of that from Robinson, and ball bounced around a little bit, and eventually Corinne Reed was able to vacuum it in. Really nice job. I don't think so. Please allow me to introduce myself. Man, Austin Powers is goated. For real, man, the depth on the pass rush is just insane. 1st and 10, Ellinger, messy pocket, and he's caught from behind and sacked. 54 for New Orleans. Jonah Williams, guy with the sack on that one.
A little bit of a coaching point for Sam Ellinger. When you have a play-action pass, you've got to stay to that side of the field. He kind of wandered to the left, scrambling a little bit, right into the
2nd and 11. 4:42 left in the 3rd quarter.
Don't go back.
I formation with Prentice again. Estime, the ball carrier. Turns it to the left, and nothing there. Gain of 1. I will say, this has probably been Estime's best performance so far. We'll see how much work he gets in this game. He's not making the team. I don't think there's any avenues left for him to make this team, but this is showcasing for the other 31 teams in the league that might want a young back that, at least in theory, has potential. Who's on the line? So we got Marcus Cox at left tackle, Will Sherman at left guard, Joe Michalski at center. Sean's about to call a timeout. He does. Play clock was winding down. Then I'll tell you the right guard and right tackle in just a second. Xavier Truss is the right tackle. And let me see. I can't tell who the right guard is. They're going to commercial break. I'll tell you who the right guard is once we come back. But there's 4 out of the 5. Estime can fit in a non-zone run team. Yeah, I think that he could, but he's probably not going to contribute to you this year. He's probably going to contribute more in like 2026, maybe 2027. Yes, I definitely watch Brandon Perna. He's obviously the GOAT of Broncos media. I am going to be upgrading my setup. We're going to have a little bit of extra money this month to do that because obviously training camp and all that stuff. So, yeah, we're going to be able to do that this month. I do have some things in mind to maybe upgrade this setup a little bit. But I am hoping to move out of this place here pretty soon and move back into my own place. So I don't want to invest too much into upgrading this space because if it's just going to be temporary and I move out of here within 6 months, then I don't want to I don't want to spend too much money on it, you know. Appreciate that, BK. Yeah, Estime's gone, man. I don't think he'd clear waivers because I do think that some other team would claim him and take a flyer on him, but I don't think that there are any chances left for him to make this team. We'll see. How are the starters? Starting defense looked really good. They had 2 drives with less than ideal field position, and they ended up holding them to field goals. Bo and the starting offense, their first drive was a little bit shaky, but second drive, they moved the ball well, went and kicked a field goal, and then third drive, they finally got in the end zone. So overall positive. I gave the starting offense a B- on the day. I thought that the run game could have been a little bit better. And then starting defense, I've got to give them a solid A. They were really good, especially considering the poor field position. Oh, Shadur's in? All right. I hope he does well, man. I don't know how Dylan Gabriel did today. He looked good in the last game that they played. Oh, fuck off. Stupid TV. Oh, they're showing the blocked field goal against the Saints several years ago. I don't know if Shador's live on TV in Denver. I would assume not. Ellinger fires. Caught. Nice throw from Ellinger on the run. That's Pat Bryant on a crossing route. Dylan did well. Shador's not looking hot. Oh, that sucks. That was a really nice throw from Ellinger stepping up. He's slinging the pill really well today. 3:22 left in the third quarter. Good protection. Oh, and let's see who's right guard on this play. Hi. I got one. Thank you. Right guard is, come on, Sam, get under center. Oh, it's Clay. What is it? Clay Webb? No, it is Estime in the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, I guess it's Mikowski at right guard. All right, Estime with a rushing touchdown. Very nice. Sorry, I couldn't see the numbers. Oh, wait, Frank Crumb's in there. Hold on. Let me just look at the whole lineup again. I think they switched it between commercial breaks because they got some different guys in there. They switched up the lineup. They're going for 2 here. Caleb Lohner's in. Okay, so it's Cox, Sherman, Mikowski.
2-point conversion. Attempt for Ellinger and company.
Ellinger under center. Oh, they got Will Sherman at center. Interesting. And then Frank Crumb's in there as well. Ellinger, incomplete. Yeah, sorry. My TV's a little small and I can't see the numbers too well.
Marcus Cox to pick up their quarterback.
All right, so the 2-point try is no good. That keeps the score at 22-9. But great touchdown run by Estime. Okay, so it's Truss at right tackle, and then it's going to be, I think, Frank Crum at guard. And let's shut that up. Agreed. Absolutely sucks. Oh, the only reason that the door is blocking stuff right now is because this closet's hot and I can't sit in here for 3 hours without the door shut. Or with the door shut, but this is normally what it looks like without the door open. So there's a little bit more to the setup. There, we'll do that for a little while just because it's hot as hell. I do have a blanket, but I've tried hanging it up behind me and it just doesn't look very good on camera. So the sign's from a company that used to sponsor the Syndicate. The NFL sent him a cease and desist order for copying these logos. He'll still do them under the table, but that's why I don't promote them anymore. It's called Whitebeard Signworks. I'm good. I'm literally in my bedroom closet, Shy. That's what our studio is right now. It's my bedroom closet. Estimate cannot hold his block, and then Ellinger missed a slanting Pat Bryant. Oof. Yeah, that was the 2-point play. I was trying to pay attention to the line on that one. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't handle any of the sponsorships with the Syndicate. That's all my business partners. So if he gets a company, I'll promote the product. For the most part, I'm not going to promote a product that I don't genuinely believe in. But I feel like the signs are a good product. That's why I promoted them. I promote a company that does authentic helmets. They're legit licensed helmets from the NFL. So I have no problem promoting that. As of right now, no. The last place I was in was, but right now I'm back living with I'm back living with family. I wouldn't cancel, Mark. We're only doing this for half the games. I go to the home games in person, so we only stream the road games. The home games, we bring in-person coverage. We do pregame and postgame from the stadium. Everybody enjoys that, so we're here for all the road games, though. Sam Ellinger putting up good numbers, 14 for 20, 100 yards, and an interception that wasn't really his fault.
He's had 20 yards rushing as well. You can see how dynamic he is. And
first down and 10. Tyler Shuck is still in for New Orleans as they continue to work out their quarterback competition. No, it's just a company that the Syndicate partners with. Gabe says setup looks clean to me. Right on, right on. I still want to do a couple of things. Maybe improve the lighting. I want to get better sound in here, get some sound panels, stuff like that. Yes, my background memorabilia is growing. I've got a few more things up here now. 2:25 and counting left in the third quarter. Tyler Shuck's going to hand this one off to 26. And he spins forward. That's Cam Akers, the former Ram and Viking running back. Tackle made there by Jordan Turner. Obviously, we're looking for Turner to hopefully have a big game in this one.
Miles throws the challenge. This call is under further review.
Miles. And they run a play during commercial. It's a little swing pass to the running back. Missed tackle by Q Robinson. Finally wrapped up there by Corinne Reed. I can barely see the screen. They're showing a commercial, and they have the play in like a tiny box about this big. There we go. That's better. Here's the play. 62, the defensive lineman that they just signed, Michael Dwoomfor's in. It's 3rd down and 3. Denver's showing double A-gap pressure here with both Turner and Reed. Let's see if they back out of it or bring it. They're bringing it. Both linebackers are coming. Turner's in Shuck's face, and he still completes the pass. Underneath there to number 80. That's Mateo or Matavo. And that's going to be pick up a 10 and a first down. As of right now, I do have Reed making it over Turner, but they're both playing right now. Let's see which one of them makes their case. Shuck, We're back. We're back. It's my mobile hotspot. It just turned off for a second. We're back. We're good. I'm using my mobile hotspot to avoid the crappy Wi-Fi. 2nd and 10. What we missed was Corinne Reed applying pressure on Tyler Shuck, and he just threw it away. Reed chopped him down low as well. It was a really nice play by Reed. Now we're back to a handoff here up the gut to number 30. It's Devin Neal. And that should be the final play of the third quarter.
It's Eastern time, it's mountain time, so gotta be ready for it. Keep your phone lines open and ready for your dreams. So you can still make the 53.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys in on a little secret here. So I use a program called PDA.net for my mobile hotspot. We're going to the fourth quarter right now, Shy. I do have my own internet, but it's just been on the fritz. I don't know why. It's just crappy internet. But so I am currently using my mobile hotspot. I use a program called PDA.net. That way I can get unlimited mobile hotspot, but it is only for a certain amount of time, and then it stops and I have to restart it. But the connection's good. It's stable when it goes. It's just I have to stop it and restart it. All right, we are in the fourth quarter now. Yeah, the weather's been bad here in Denver. It's been windy. It's been rainy. So my internet's just been kind of a little bit fritzy. So I didn't want to have to deal with any of that nonsense. So I'd much rather have a stable stream that drops maybe once every hour than have an unstable stream for the entirety of the show. So it's kind of the lesser of two evils, basically. Sean was all about the Super Bowl. You think this team can compete? The offense looks to have stepped back even though they have more talent. I'm worried we think Bo is more than he is. I don't think it's fair to judge and say that the offense has stepped back based on a total of, 5 drives in a preseason game? So that I don't think is fair. Additionally, we've seen him in training camp in the preseason look really good. Do I think this team's ready to compete for a Super Bowl? I don't know. I think they might be a year away from that. But are they ready to make noise in the playoffs? I absolutely believe they can. Bo Nix, as I've said with young quarterbacks, the progression isn't linear. There's going to be peaks and there's going to be valleys. So at the end of the day, I'm not concerned at all about this offense taking a step back. If we see signs of it in week 1 against Tennessee, that's when we can be a little bit more concerned. But judging it off of 5 drives in a preseason game, I don't think is fair. So as of right now, I don't know about Super Bowl, but I think they can definitely make noise in the playoffs. What part of Colorado do I live in? I live in Denver. I live right in the center of Denver. Used to live in Centennial down by the Broncos training facility, but now I am dead smack in the middle of Denver. Yes, exactly, Maverick. This ain't Madden progression. And I think Madden has kind of skewed people's judgment on the evaluation and the evolution of quarterbacks. 3rd down and 5. Cedric Wilson goes in motion. Yeah, and for some reason, the Xfinity Wi-Fi here in Denver is just shaky. I don't know why. What the hell? Tyler Shuck looked like that was a behind his back pass. Dude, he got that to Devin Neal. It looked like he threw it behind his back. We've seen Patrick Mahomes do that in practice. I don't think we've ever seen it in a game. What was that? Okay, that was just a sidearm. It looked crazier on the other angle. It looked like he threw it behind his back. Shuck on a quick slant complete. That's Kevin Austin. Tackle made by Corinne Reed. Gain of 9. Good start to the quarter for New Orleans against this Denver defense. Holy Diver says, I see a much more solid 10-7, which with at least one playoff win. I cannot talk today. Jesus Christ. I agree. I think that's a very fair assessment. I think this is going to be a tougher schedule. So if you can get back to 10 wins with a tougher schedule against first-ranked opponents, I think I'd call that a win. Shuck. Incomplete and just dropped, man. Cedric Wilson had it right in his hands and dropped it. Oh, that's a tough one. And then if we can get to the playoffs and win at least one playoff game, I'd say we're exactly on track to where we need to go. That's a tough one, man. That was right in Wilson's hands, and he just dropped it. If he could have made Sam Franklin miss, that would have been a touchdown. I do agree. There are some concerns with the starting offensive line just because of the scheme change. I don't know if that's going to fit some of the skill sets of guys like Luke Wattenberg and Ben Powers in particular. We'll see in due time, but even Quinn Miners has looked a little bit shaky out there. I think our best lineman so far has been Garrett Bowles, and historically Bowles has had some tough preseason games, so that may be a little bit of a surprise to some. Rodney says 10-7 again. Yeah, I think that's kind of the general consensus around here. 10 wins, maybe you'll get lucky and you can get 11. Maybe things won't go your way and you'll go down to 9. I think the floor's 9 and the ceiling's like 12. Meanwhile, Tyler Shuck, read option, touchdown, New Orleans. Turn the corner on a couple Broncos defenders right there. Andrew Farmer. Yep, just turned the corner right on him, man. He was trying to play that read option, and when Shuck kept it, Farmer got his hips flipped, and there was no chance for him to trail. Touchdown, New Orleans. So that's the first touchdown of the day for the Saints. Comes in the fourth quarter against basically the third-string defense. So first and second team defense kept New Orleans out of the end zone. I'd call that a win. Extra point is just good. Looks like there's a different kicker in there. There's Devon Vele showing him on the sideline. 22-16 New Orleans.
This candy bar hasn't been sold in decades. I mean, this thing is what?
All right, so that makes it a 6-point game. Mark says setup is clean and not distracting. I like how this channel is authentic. Gage is a fan and not shilling for clicks. I appreciate that. I really do. And technically, I am team media. I don't really call myself a fan, but deep down, it's still there. It'll always be there. It'll never go away. I know that if I ever get credentials, I'll have to do a better job of hiding it, but deep down, I'll always be a Broncos fan. It'll always be there. Even if I call myself media and not a fan, it's still there. It'll always be there. Haven't really noticed much of JL in this game, but I thought he looked really good in the Arizona game. So I still have JL making the roster for special teams reasons, and I think he can get in there on defense occasionally as a dime backer. So I think JL is going to fill a very important role in this team. He might not even play tonight. Or if he has played, he just hasn't stood out to me. Again, this is the point where I'm just watching the game like you guys. I'll watch the TV copy over again, and then if I need to fill in anything with my notes, then that's when I'll go to the All-22 for these preseason games. I think I've figured out my formula on evaluating these games. Jeff B says bleed orange and blue. Absolutely. We need some depth at guard. We had it, but Nick Gargiulo went down with that injury, and that put a big wrench into things. Gargiulo was playing so well in both training camp and the preseason. Why hide it? I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to be taken seriously by the organization and if you're actually going to be given a credential, you kind of have to. However, I say that, and there are plenty of fanboy outlets out there like DNVR that have credentials. So, I don't know. It's advice I got early on in my career, and I've just kind of followed it. Derek says Shuck has to start. I think right now he's made more of a case than Spencer Rattler. According to Saints fans, Rattler's been more consistent throughout the offseason. So we'll see what direction they ultimately go, but they took it down to the wire. Courtney Jackson on the return. He's caught at the 23 and brought down. And just in case you guys weren't here for the 49ers live stream and you guys were here last season, we're doing things a little bit differently after the game. we're going to do the press conference first, and then after the press conference, that's when we'll do the post-game show. That way we don't lose any time with the post-game show and it doesn't get cut off early. We can go for as long as we need to go. First and 10, Pat Bryant's still in there in the fourth quarter. That's a little bit surprising to me. 13-13 to play in the game. Ellinger fires outside, caught by Bryant. And he's chopped down after a gain of 6 or 7. Rodney says, still can't believe we traded Vele. If you had the opportunity to get a 4th-round pick for a former 7th-round pick, you do that all day long, especially for an older player who's probably already hit his ceiling as a second-year guy. So I think that's just good business at the end of the day. I would have done that all day long. And it speaks to the depth in that receiver room as well, because the Broncos wouldn't have done it if they hadn't gotten blown away with an offer. Rolling out is Ellinger. And he's going to stumble out of bounds right there. Tried to do a little head dip and lost his footing. Pick up a 2. All right, so O-line is 70, 64.
But elsewhere, Ellinger said all the right things. Look, I can only control what I can control, playing my best football. But he's very confident he can be a backup quarterback.
70, 64, 78, 68, and 71. That's your O-line right now. 3rd and 3. Play clock hit zeros again. They let it go this time. Ellinger fires, caught on the sideline. That's Caleb Lohner. Lohner had the really rough game last week, trying to bounce back in this one, and a really nice run after the catch. Had some green grass in front of him. Good job by Ellinger keeping the play alive, dancing, stepping up, and firing that one on the run. And then plenty of open field ahead there for Caleb Lohner, and finally forced out of bounds. First down, Denver. Shedeur not looking good. Yikes. 1st and 10 from the 46, and Blake Watson just stumbled right out the gate. Falls down, loss of 1. Fell right down to the ground right there.
4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yep, Denver fans do travel no matter where it is. East Coast, West Coast, Gulf Coast, doesn't matter.
It's a good thing because your draft picks are hidden. Now
Sean Payton sending in the play call. Yeah, and again, guys, even though the roster cut down date is the 26th, Tuesday, I imagine we'll start seeing some roster cuts tomorrow. 23-yard sack for Shedeur. Yikes. Ellinger stepping up. He's going to run for it, and he's crunched from behind. Ooh, I never like seeing quarterbacks take a hit from a back like that. He got crunched down. That puts your neck in a bad position. I never like seeing players go down like that. Gabriel, 12 from 19 for 129 and a TD. Well, at this point, we know who Cleveland's QB2 probably is, because I don't think Kenny Pickett's making the team. I think things played out exactly how the coaching staff wanted. Yeah, that was a tough tackle right there. Glad he's okay. 3rd down and 6. Pressure's coming, picked up by Blake Watson. Ellinger steps up, fires, and sails it. A.T. Perry, the intended receiver, so we finally have an A.T. Perry sighting. Holy crap. It's been a while, man. It has been a while, but he gets in there, and Ellinger unable to hit him. Looks like Denver's keeping their offense out there on 4th down and 6. It's a 6-point game. I would kick the field goal here. In a real game, you'd be kicking the field goal right now. Well, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. They're at the New Orleans 42. That's too long. That's not in Lutz's range. Don't listen to me. Ellinger in trouble, and on 4th down, Ellinger's going to get sacked. Throw the ball, my dude. Throw the ball. It's 4th down. You cannot take a sack. That's some Russell Wilson type stuff right there. You've got to throw it. I don't care if you're getting hit while you throw it. Throw the ball. It's 4th down. I don't care what happens. Just throw it. Ellinger's had a good day, but that was a boneheaded play. I don't care if you're getting hit and you're throwing it to basically nobody. Throw it. It's 4th down. Dude, you can't take a sack on 4th down. Come on. Not great, Bob. Not great at all. Bidet looks to have wrapped up kick returner. Jordan Jackson to practice, or Courtney Jackson to practice squad. We'll see. We will see. I think that Bidet was already going to make the team, and we'll find out if there's going to be a spot for Jackson or not. I think there's a really realistic scenario that both of them make it. Agreed. They could use some more depth there. Yeah, that might have cooked Ellinger's goose right there. That was not a good play. You cannot take a sack on 4th down. I don't care what happens. You just cannot take a sack. I remember that 2023 game against Kansas City where Russell Wilson literally ran out of bounds on 4th down and 9, and that was pretty similar, honestly. That was to a similar effect. It's 4th down. Throw the ball. Yeah, that's the problem with Sam Ellinger is he takes too many of those self-induced sacks. And that's what Sean Payton and a lot of other analysts are talking about when they say that sacks are a quarterback sack. Agreed, but even if you've got immediate pressure in your face, it's 4th down. Let it go. I don't care if you're throwing it to nobody and it's a duck. Throw it. It's 4th down. The one thing you cannot do on 4th down is take a sack because nothing good's going to result from a sack. Even if you're just chucking it up, there's a chance that somebody comes down with it. My apologies. I will put 25 cents in the swear jar. Actually, that one should be $1 in the swear jar.
As the Saints take over.
Yeah, Dulcich looked good, man. He definitely looked good in that game. Good for him. He needed it. 1st down and 10. Play action. Jake Haener now in at quarterback. And he's in trouble and finally forced out of bounds by Savion Jones. Back in Louisiana. I saw a helmet fly down there. Is Haener going to pop up? Okay, he did. All right, so Saints quarterback competition appears to be over. We'll see who emerges victorious. I thought Shuck probably played the best of the two today.
How does that dynamic work? Well, the young players often it's, hey, I want my teammate to do bad, so I look good. Right?
2nd and 10, 9 minutes to play and counting.
They're saying it doesn't matter what you do. Steve, you and I are going against each other. It doesn't matter how good you are.
So Jake Haener, former Fresno State guy. Haener has time, slides, fires, caught. That's number 80. That's Matavo. Yeah, Dulcich is on the Giants now, so he's teammates with RW again. And that's going to be a 1st down carry for Cam Akers, pushing the Broncos D-line forward. Gain of 2. Yep, little Jordan Humphrey also there. He had a big catch in that game as well, actually. And Haener's trying to hurry him up here. 2 receivers on each side. Back to the right of Haener. Haener fires, caught. That's Cedric Wilson and tackled immediately right there by Jaden Robinson after Wilson picks up 6 yards. I think some of it was that, but he couldn't function as an inline tight end or in the big slot role. So at that point, there just wasn't a place for him here in Denver. Sean Payton had no use for him.
but he'll be very much up against it with this Saints team this season.
2nd and 5.
Second down and 5.
Some communication there between Haener and his receivers. He gets the snap off, high snap, and Haener throws it to nobody. Sam Franklin nearly had a chance to pick it. He's pissed that he didn't. Oh, Hackett. Oh, that's another 25 cents in the swear jar. Granted, though, unpopular opinion, I'd much rather have Nathaniel Hackett over Josh McDaniels again. I still think that Josh McDaniels was the worst coach of the two. Because Hackett was just incompetent. He at least tried. McDaniels was a snake that self-destructed the team from day one. 3rd down and 5. Haener. Outside throw. Inaccurate. Couldn't catch it right there. Trying to hook up with Dante Pettis. A little bit too high. And that's 4th down and 5. See what New Orleans wants to do here. They're kind of in that no man's land. Yeah, McDaniels, cheater, snake, garbage human being, piece of crap, whatever you want to call him. Any of it works. Hurricane Josh. And they've got a kicker competition, so they're going to go with a 52-yard field goal here for number 39, their backup kicker. And he's got it. Good kick right there as New Orleans tries to figure out who their kicker is going to be. I have no clue who that is, but it was a good kick. So 22-19, New Orleans cuts it to a 3-point game.
Alyssa, can you help me out?
Oh, change the channel to the shopping channel. Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and change our scoreboard. All right, let's see if Denver can go downfield and put a drive together and salt this one away. Watch it end in a tie. It might. No overtime in the preseason, so it might. I'd rather that than have to play an overtime period in a freaking preseason game, man. That was one of the best decisions that the NFL ever could have made. I believe we've seen a couple of ties so far this preseason. I know that the Raiders-Seahawks game, Pete Carroll's return to Seattle, that one ended in a tie. So we have seen it happen this preseason. He did, yes, but if I just had to pick again, man, I'd much rather have a nice guy in Nathaniel Hackett who is just incompetent than an incompetent coach who is also a D-bag who would self-destruct his team. So that's just my opinion on it. I know that it's picking between the lesser of two evils, but if I had to choose again, like if I had to make a deal with the devil, I would definitely pick Nathaniel Hackett again over Josh McDaniels. Because there's at least a slight glimmer of a chance that Nathaniel Hackett would turn his things around. But with McDaniels, he's too ignorant. He wouldn't be able to recognize what he's doing wrong. Yeah, let's just not talk about Josh McDaniels, man. We're having a good game. Let's just not. Oh, man. Yeah, let's focus on the brighter things that are ahead for this team. And again, guys, once this game is over, we will be bringing in Sean Payton for the press conference on its own stream. And after that point, we will go live for the post-game show. Last season, we were only doing the post-game for like 10, 15 minutes. Then Sean would get on and interrupt it. So I don't want to miss out on doing a full post-game show this year. So that's going to be the plan moving forward. Additionally, I have found a way to take my laptop to the stadium. So we're going to be able to do press conferences after the home games as well, which is really nice. Was that really McDaniels, though, or was that Brian Zanders, the GM? I'm more willing to bet it was the latter. Like, I don't think I can give Josh McDaniels much credit there, especially knowing what I know now about his drafts after that. Best thing Josh McDaniels did for this team was bring Von Miller to us through us having the second worst record. Oh, no. Blake Watson's hurt. He returned the kick, and Watson's down holding his knee. Oh, no. I thought Watson had a strong chance to make the practice squad. No, dude. Get up, Blake. They're showing replays of Sean's Super Bowl right now. But the concern for Denver is Blake Watson. Shador, another fumble? Good Lord. Crap, dude. Hopefully he's okay.
Figures out a play to try to win a Super Bowl with the Broncos and become the first NFL head coach in history.
Yeah, we don't know what this injury is, obviously. Sean's coming out on the field. If Sean's coming out, that's probably not a good sign.
He's got the roster he wants, and it happens so fast.
They're examining his knee.
Such a small amount of time.
Damn it.
They're in great space. They've got depth at positions. Coach Payton saying even this
that sucks. That sucks. I think they're calling for the cart. I'm sick for Blake, man. Last preseason game. Oh, no, they're helping him up. Yeah, he's coming off very gingerly. Limping pretty good right there. So imagine his day's done. Hope he's okay, man. He was returning a kick, and I don't know if he took a hit to the knee or if he just went down. Ugh. See if they show replay on it. That does not look good. Glad he was able to walk off, but that's not always a good sign, man. Just because you can walk off, that doesn't exactly mean anything. I actively have a torn ACL. I have had it for years, and I walk fine. Even after I broke my leg, I never fixed the ACL, and I can still walk fine. So that's not necessarily an indication of good news or bad news if he's walking. Give it to Estime, and he is going to lower his shoulder up the gut for 8 yards. Good surge up front by the offensive line, and Estime took advantage of it.
Practiced a couple times, and Sean Payton gave him a trip off. So I don't know what that means. If they know all they need to know about Jaleel, hang out with your new baby, you're on the roster.
Yeah, New Orleans had a couple of scoring opportunities.
Apparently it's gotten better. Coach Payton,
Denver had an interception from Sam Ellinger off of a tipped screen, and New Orleans was able to take advantage of it, and then they went down and scored another touchdown after that. So they kicked a field goal, and then they scored a touchdown.
especially the game last week against the team last week, the Cardinals.
Tyrese Rowan got the ball there. Another first down, Denver.
Never misses a minute of workouts. One of the early guys there staying late.
6 minutes and counting.
2 days of practice. Now missed the game. I gotta think
Denver trying to salt this one away here.
Ever expanding, first time dad. Sleep. Good luck getting sleep.
Estime,
Whoever said sleeping like a baby was joking when they said that.
gain of 4. He's running hard tonight, man. He knows what's on the line. I think this is the hardest we've seen Estime run so far this offseason, training camp, preseason, or otherwise. He knows that he's fighting for a job right now, and granted, that injury to Blake Watson, whatever it is, that might have just helped Audric Estime's chances of making the practice squad. I don't know if he'd clear waivers. I don't know if some other team would take an opportunity or would take a flyer on him. But I don't know, man. I still don't think Estime's got a future here. Ellinger rolling out, gets hit on the release, fires. Nice catch. Courtney Jackson. Hello, Courtney. I didn't know you had that in you. He just climbed the imaginary ladder and made a really nice catch on a jump ball. Ellinger got walloped on the release. Absolutely drilled. But that was a high ball right there that Courtney Jackson climbed up to get. Really nice job. That was full extension right there from Courtney. He used his entire wingspan on that one. Shador sacked again. Yikes. It's like Colorado, man. Fake it to Estime. Setting up a screen to Estime. Tries to turn the corner, and Estime lumbering and tumbling forward for a gain of 8. Yeah, that's tough for Shador, man. That is definitely tough. Yeah, Sam's taking some punishment. He holds on to that ball for till the last possible second. Yeah, and it's not even close either, and that's probably the biggest thing that guys have to deal with when transitioning from college to the pros. Bubble screen, Kyrie's Rowan, flag on the play, might have been a premature block. This might be offensive pass interference. No, it's going to be an eligible man downfield. So now we've got the back judge in. He's the ref for the rest of this game. The ref crews are simulating what it would be like if the ref went down, so they're running with one guy short and the backup referee in. Yeah, that's not great, Bob.
I'm just saying. One of the other things that I would be on the lookout for is the use of increased motion at the time of the snap. I think league-wide that number is going to go up this year to about 52%.
Second and 7.
28% last season. So at the time that Bo Nix gets the ball, imagine more people to be moving.
Yeah, and that's what fans were asking for last year. They wanted more motion from Sean Payton. Looks like they're going to get it this year. Second and 7. They shift Estime to the left side of Ellinger. They give it to him, and this is blown dead. False start. In theory, yes, he's still on the roster, but he's not a Cleveland Brown. For all intents and purposes, Deshaun Watson no longer plays for the Cleveland Browns. I'm fully convinced that he's taken his last snap as an NFL quarterback. And there's Blake Watson walking off, headed to the locker room, gloves off, helmet off, and walking with a pretty significant limp. That sucks. That absolutely sucks for Blake, man. That might bode well for Audric Estime moving forward, though. Ellinger fires, quick slant, Kyrie's Rowan, and Rowan is chopped down just outside the 10-yard line, setting up another first down for the Broncos. Really nice job right there by Rowan. Good catch. Survives the hit. Good job. Yeah, essentially, that's the case. He's making the same guaranteed money by not playing, so at the end of the day, man, Deshaun Watson ain't losing out. First and 10. Ellinger under center. Fake the handoff. Ellinger rolling right. Dumps it too high. Looking for Audric Estime. Not a good throw right there from Sam Ellinger. So missed a very mixed bag from Sam Ellinger tonight. Some good, some bad. Had some splash plays, but also had some negative plays. It's been kind of a microcosm of his entire offseason.
But for Ellinger, you got to make that fake like it's real. That's what makes the great quarterbacks. They really sell it.
Not this year, Rodney. The only additions to the running back room were Harvey and Dobbins. Second and 10. Delayed handoff to Estime. Estime, good run there. Gain of 7. 2:45 and counting left to play. Yeah, the sack on fourth down, that was really bad. Like, really bad. You've got to throw it. I don't care if you're throwing it to nobody. It's fourth down. You've got to throw it. And we have a timeout. New Orleans? Yep. New Orleans wants some time to get the ball back and go downfield and try to score. If Denver gets a touchdown, that'll probably salt this one away. But if Denver settles for a field goal, then they're probably going to have a chance. Wouldn't be surprised at all if this is 4-down territory here for Denver because not much of a difference between 3 points and 6 points at this point. It's a one-score game versus a one-score game. So it's 3rd down and 4. Would not surprise me at all if this is 4-down territory. I wouldn't hate a running play here on 3rd down. Maybe try to set up a more manageable 4th down. Yes, definitely. And you know Sean Payton's not going to stand for that, so that's going to get cleaned up quick. Nobody's more pissed off about the penalties than Sean Payton, I can guarantee you that. 3rd and 4. Shovel broken up. He tried to get it to Caleb Lohner, and Isaiah Foskey, the edge rusher, was there, and he got a hand on it and tipped it. So 4th down and 4, and you've got to go for this. There's no reason at all to kick the field goal. Field goal doesn't do you much good. And sure enough, Sean is going for it. I think so too, and quite frankly, I don't think it would be a big loss if that happened. You can find a better power back on the waiver wire. 4th and 4, play clock's ticking. Gotta go. Just got the play off. Ellinger looking. Ellinger in trouble. Ellinger trying to make something happen. Ellinger, throw it! Oh, hey! So that's what happens when you throw it. It's caught by Kyrie Rowan. Is that a touchdown? Did he break the play? And it's definitely a first down. It's a touchdown! There we go. That's why you throw it on 4th down. Even if you're just yucking up a prayer, sometimes good things happen. And good things happened right there, man. Ellinger doing whatever he could to keep the play alive, finally just throws it in the end zone, and roll on, able to catch it. That's ball game. What a play by Sam Ellinger, man. He can do some fun stuff in play creation mode. And now Denver's going to go for 2. Try to make this an 11-point game. Fake. Ellinger. Ellinger still going. Ellinger sacked. 2-point conversion. It's a free play, dude. You can't take a sack. The Sam Ellinger experience, man. Some good, some bad. Still a two-score game, but it's a 2-point conversion, dude. Throw the ball. You cannot take a sack right there. Just throw it. Sam Ellinger experience, man. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. You threw it there on the touchdown and something good happened. Just throw the ball. If it's an interception, it doesn't freaking matter. Just throw it. Yep. Some good, some bad, man. Well, let's change the scoreboard, shall we? So Denver well on their way to their 3rd preseason win, but as we always say, the final score in the preseason does not matter. It's all about the process, and I think that we have shown incremental growth in all 3 of these preseason games, but there still are some things to maybe be just a little bit concerned about heading into week 1 against Tennessee. We'll see if they're able to clean those issues up in these next couple of weeks. Will Lutz stumbled on the kickoff. I'm glad he's okay there. That could have been trouble. And nice tackle made on special teams by Corinne Reed, and it looked like Quentin Newsom was also in there. Yep, he's got to pull the trigger right there. He has to. He can't hesitate. He can't pull it down. He's got to throw it. It's a free, untimed down, basically. You've got to throw the ball. So we'll see if he can sneak Ellinger through. I think at this point, if he goes through waivers, then he will be your practice squad quarterback. If not, then you might have to go in a different direction there. But I think he's done enough in this game where Denver isn't going to be looking for an immediate upgrade. And we have hit the 2-minute warning. The last 2 minutes of preseason football, guys, and we're going to be doing this for real. It feels like training camp in the preseason flew by, like, really quickly. All right, so overall, starter-wise, I think there's plenty to be happy with from this game, especially from Bo Nix. Still have some concerns about the run game. The offensive line had some questionable moments. But overall, man, starter-wise, I thought had plenty of good things to talk about. Sam Ellinger went through the full Sam Ellinger experience in this game. Some good, some bad, up and down, splash plays, negative plays, We got it all with Sam Ellinger today. Overall, I think that the running back competition, I still have Jaleel McLaughlin making the roster, and Tyler Bidet seems to have solidified the last spot on the 53. We'll see what happens with this Blake Watson injury. That is very, very unfortunate if that affects things with Audric Estime. I certainly believe that today was Estime's best day, but it's not really saying much. And I still think that Estime is on the outside looking in terms of the 53. If he can clear waivers, maybe get him back on the practice squad. Second and third team defense, I thought overall played well. Things did start to break down as more third team guys got in there, but first and second team defense don't really have anything to complain about. They were able to keep New Orleans out of the end zone up until, again, the third team guys got in there. So overall, man, pretty impressed with today. We're going to have a lot to talk about after this game as far as who's making this team and who is going to be cut. I imagine the cuts are going to get started tomorrow, maybe even today once they get back to Denver, because these teams aren't wasting any time with making their cuts after preseason games. So, yeah, man, it's here. We're here, man. The offseason's done. Next time that we'll be streaming will be week 2 against the Indianapolis Colts. Next regular season game for the Broncos against Tennessee. I will be out at that game, so really excited for that. Yeah, I think they are trying to slip Joaquin through, and he's the top receiver that I have making the practice squad right now. I still think that Courtney's going to make the 53 just because I don't think you're going to be able to sneak him through waivers. So if there is going to be an undrafted guy that has the best chance of making the 53 right now, I would say Courtney Jackson. Only one punt today. That's definitely a good thing, but I would have loved to have seen Jeremy Crawshaw get more opportunities. The one punt that he did have wasn't good.
Doesn't somebody offer George Payton something for Ellinger?
I don't think so. Teams will see the splash plays, but they'll also see the negative plays. It's just not consistent enough with Ellinger. 2nd and 5, Dante Pettis goes in motion. Final 2 minutes. Denver's showing some pressure. They back out of it. Fires. Caught. Number 42, the tight end. Close to the line to gain. Let's see if they spot him the first down.
Somebody's going to test Patrick Surtain, even though he's not getting thrown at a lot.
Delarian Turner-Yell is in there right now, and the brutal reality is, for some of these guys who are playing right now, these are the last snaps of professional football that they're ever going to play. It sucks, but that's just how things go in this league, man. So for some of these guys, the journey's going to end here. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Press coverage for Denver at the top of the screen. Jake Haener floats it upstairs. He's got a man, and he overthrew him. Dante Pettis burned Sam Franklin, but Jake Haener just overthrew it. Yeah, man. Punter is definitely a concern as of right now. We'll see what the Broncos want to do. Darren Rizzi was very firm in saying that they're not going to bring in another guy, but if the inconsistencies with Crawshaw continue, they might have their hand forced. Clock stopped at 1:10. It's 2nd and 10 for New Orleans from their own 45. Denver is up by 2 scores. Haener rolling. Haener in trouble, and Haener is brought down, tried to shovel it the last minute. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Are they going to rule him down? He shoveled it out at the last second. I don't know if they're going to rule him down first. Then they're going to say incomplete pass. Inuwazurike was there. Almost brought down Jake Haener. But Haener able to get that ball off just at the last second. Ooh, that's close, man. It's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but that was close. That was a near sack right there for Inuwazurike. 3rd down and 10. Yes, for sure, Robert. I didn't know Courtney had that in him, climbing the imaginary ladder like that. That was awesome. I will say, Derek, I trust Mace's evaluation of Crawshaw a lot more than my own. He evaluates special teams play like nobody else in Broncos media, so I definitely would listen to Mace's opinion on Crawshaw a lot more than listening to my opinion. Did Sean Payton call timeout? I think he did. He wants to give guys more reps on offense. I think Sean called a timeout.
New starting quarterbacks, not new with the league, but new to their teams. We've got 9 of them. And if Shuck wins the starting job here, that'll be 10 new starting quarterbacks. That's a massive number.
Well, you look at Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco. I don't know if he'll stay.
It's crazy, man.
More Sam Darnold than Joe Flacco, but everybody's
should have kept Dixon. I agree. I definitely agree. Jake Hayner's taken off, and he slides on 3rd down and 22. I don't know if that's the play I would have gone for. And I think Sean Payton's going to call another timeout. Why the hell not?
While we have a minute, maybe you joined us after Bo Nix was done for the day. Didn't start out great, but finished.
Yeah, Joe Flacco in Cleveland, man. That's going to be interesting. Honestly, I think Joe can still sling the pill. I think that he fits that Stefanski offense well. He's played well in it before, so I don't know. I like Rizzy. I think Rizzy is definitely a good coach, but I gotta be honest, even in New Orleans, he's kind of had a revolving door at punter. So we'll see, man. I would have just kept the guy in-house. Riley Dixon was fine. Meanwhile, Jake Hayner throws. Looks like that ball hit the ground. Is that going to be incomplete? I think it is. Looks like Hayner skipped that one. Yep, he did. He skipped it. So, looks like Sean is going to get an opportunity to practice a 2-minute drill here. Or not. He's handing off his play sheet. He's handing off his challenge flag. I think Sean's done for the day. They're packing it up. All right, Broncos country. Looks like we're going to take a couple of knees and get the hell out of here. Again, we will be going live for Sean Payton's post-game press conference as soon as he hits the podium. And then after the press conference, we will go live again for our post-game stream. That way we're not limited on the time of that. So Sam Ellinger is indeed going to take one more knee. And that is a wrap on the 2025 preseason for the Denver Broncos. As we say, the ultimate final score doesn't matter. It's all about the process. But Denver did go 3-0 in the preseason. Second consecutive year doing that. Always fun. But now we are on to real football, Broncos country. The next time the Denver Broncos take the field, it'll be the real deal. Week 1 against the Tennessee Titans. I am so excited for that, Broncos country. Before we get out of here, if you could just do me a big favor and smash the like button on this stream, as well as subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.